you live each day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey, everybody. Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? We in the middle of the day. Your girl done had some coffee. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you hear my voice, say it back, say it back, say it back. Hey y'all, hey. Hey y'all, hey. Hey y'all, hey. What's going on? Let me know if you can hear me. I need you guys up and screaming in the middle of the day. It is 12:20 on my time. I need y'all to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Hey, y'all. Hey. How many people we got in here? 134. I need to see 134 thumbs up on this video, please. And thank you. Hey, y'all. Hey. Before we get into it, I want to make sure you got your Nate gear. Raise your hand if you've already got your Nate gear. Raise your hand if you plan on buying your Nate gear today or tomorrow. Okay. Matter of fact, let me drop the link to the Nate gear. Give me a second. I should have done that. That's my fault. That is my fault. I really do want to push this because I want to flood. I do mean flood my timeline with a bunch of photos of my supporters wearing this Nate gear. Y'all know I've been called Nate for a long goddamn time, child. This is personal for me. This is personal for me. Matter of fact, if you want to give me a birthday gift, actually you can, instead of giving me whatever you plan on giving me, you can actually buy this Nate gear. That would be my birthday gift. So hold on, let me pin it right quick. Y'all know I'm celebrating my birthday all month. All month, baby. Hold on, pin this message. Okay, so I just pinned the Nate gear link above. I just pinned the Nate gear. The Nate gear, okay? Link above. All right. So get your Nate gear, get your Nate gear, get your Nate gear. I asked ChatGPT to give me an image or whatever, and this is what it came up with, child. We're gonna have to work on that. I said, put me in a shirt, right? And make it cartoon style. And it did that. I said, oh shit. ChatGPT that gave me some damn lashes, baby. Y'all better stop playing with your girl. Anyway, but this is how it would look, except for the shirt would be more of this color, like this. Okay. It would be more of a burgundy, reddish looking color. But it looked kind of, I don't know, it looked kind of brownish on there, but it's not a brown shirt. It's going to be more of a burgundy shirt. Okay. Because I do want that gold to pop. So the name NATE will be in gold and the other letters will be in white. Okay. And the letters on the cup will be in gold. Okay. All right, so please get your Nate gear. Get your Nate gear. She said, "Hello, my Nate family familias. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey." Now listen, honey. Now we got another name that we are going to have to learn, and I'm gonna need y'all to be patient with me on this name right here, honey. But before we do that, shout out to all my DV survivors. Shout out to all my breast cancer survivors. Can you please take about 30 seconds and light up this chat with purple and pink hearts? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Purple and pink. Let's light it up. Let's light it up. Let's light it up for the rest of this month. We will be celebrating, right? We will be celebrating or representing, however you want to say it, domestic violence and breast cancer awareness. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Light it up, 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 light it up. Ooh, look at that. I love it. It's so pretty. Oh, yes, 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 yes. And while you're doing this, give yourself a pat on the back, baby, because you are a survivor. Whether you survived the breast cancer, whether you survived domestic violence, you are a survivor, okay? This is for you. We're going to do this every live stream. We're going to light it up, light it up, light it up for the rest of the month. And if I forget, just somebody in the chat just start lighting it up for me, and then that'll make me remember, okay? Thank y'all so very much for participating in this. I do appreciate y'all. But y'all, we got a word to learn. Now, I had to ask Google how to pronounce it, okay? Now, What do you call a person that's that act brand new, right? They older, but they clueless, right? They act like they just uh green, you know, um, just new to it, right? Give me some words in the chat. They new, they green, we call them stuck on stupid, but it's one word that somebody said dummy, fake dummy. But what's one word that someone that should be knowledgeable, should know the difference in certain things, but they don't? What do they call them? What do you call a person that is lacking knowledge? Matter of fact, let me get the real definition of the word I'm trying to use. Okay, what is the definition? What is the true definition? Hold on. This word. What's the true definition? Let me see. Okay, so it says means showing a lack of experience, showing a lack of wisdom, and showing poor judgment, especially in a way that makes someone too trusting or easily misled. What do you call that person? When you are too trusting, okay, somebody said it, Jamaica. Jamaica said it. Okay. Naive, right? Well, instead of calling Miss Season, okay, we ain't gonna call her Miss Season no more. We got a new word for Miss Season. Should I say a new name, right? A new name for Miss Season. Okay. Now on the thumbnails or the titles of my videos, right? We will still use Miss Season because the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? I get more people to come over if they know I'm talking about Miss Season, okay? But here on this channel, we are going to refer to Miss Season as who? So naive is Miss Navita, okay? Naive, no, is what we say is hold on. How did I say it earlier? Damn, Candy, you gotta help me out now. What did I say? Navita. Instead of Vivica, is Miss Navita. No, hold on, y'all. I gotta figure out what I said earlier. Hold on now. I'm stuck. Wait a minute. I done forgot how I said it. Give me a second. It kind of, instead of Vivica, is naiveta. Yeah, naiveta. That's what it is. It's naiveta. Okay? Instead of Miss Naive, is Miss Naiveta. Don't forget the E. Miss Naiveta. It gotta rhyme with Vivica. So it's Miss Naiveta. You gotta put the E in it. The I right there in this word is actually an E. So Miss Naiveta. Okay? So let me spell it to where you guys can understand. Miss Naiveta. This it right here. Miss Naiveta. Miss Naiveta. She is not Miss Season, because baby, if she was seasoned, she would have knew better, okay? If she was seasoned mean, you'd been there, you experienced, you are wise, you are knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? Your experience speaks for itself. You are seasoned. You done been around the world and yah. You know what I'm saying? But Miss Naiveta mean that you are unwise. You are green. You are native. Okay? You are gullible. Okay? You know what I mean? Miss Naiveta. Miss Naiveta. Okay? That's what we going with this. Hey, I need you guys to hit she said I prefer Tay at the end. Miss Naivete. So you think it should be Miss Naivete? Damn, I like Miss Naiveta. Miss Naivete. What do y'all say? What are we going? Miss Naiveta or Miss Naivete? Which one y'all want? Y'all like Miss Naivete or Miss Naiveta? Meg said she liked Tay at the end. Y'all gotta let me know now before we move forward. She said it is pronounced Evate. Miss Naivete. I like Miss Naivata. She said she liked Tay. Y'all let me know. Thank you, Barbara, for the super chat. Also, thank you, Popeye's Chicken and Miss Tina Jefferson. Where we going at the end? Y'all like Tay or Ta? Ta, Ta. I like Ta. She said Miss Naiva Tay sounds classy. She said it sounds classy. Are we keeping her classy? She said tried to shame, drag, and discredit his victim and ended up being one herself. Potato. We getting there too, Miss Oliver. We gonna get there. She said, "Hey, Amoira and sisters, my co-workers, friends is on your live right now. She's shy, sitting in the bushes. This is her first time. Her name is Sweet Sun Kiss. She needs some love and hugs. Oh, Miss Sweet Sun Kiss. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Welcome to the chat, baby. You ain't gotta be shy, honey. We don't bite around here, and if we do, we gonna spit it out. We do not chew and swallow, okay? We don't swallow around here, baby. You hear me? But anyway, if you want to show some love to us by just saying, hey, girl, just go ahead and wave and say, hey, honey. But thank you for joining us. We about to talk about Miss Naivete, but they want me to say Miss Naivete. See, now I'm going to have to change my whole way I was saying it, Miss Naivete. Miss Naivete. But anyway, thank you, Sonia C, for the super chat, okay? She says, Tay just changed the spelling. Y'all want, which one y'all want? Y'all want Miss Naivete or Miss Naivete? She said, Tay is how you have it spelled. Oh, is that how you say it? Naivete? Well, I guess we're going to say Miss Naivete. But if y'all hear me say Miss Naivete, do not be mad at me, okay? She said, I am splitting for sure. So anyway, y'all, we are going to have a conversation. Y'all see the name of my title. Miss Season did exactly what Briana did, but thought she could get away with it, okay? We are literally about to do a dive, right? Why are we going to do this? Because did she not do exactly what Miss Briana did, okay? We're going to go into it and we're going to tell what she did. We're going to break down what Briana did versus what Miss Season did, okay? It's the same thing. Same story, different person, okay? She did the exact same thing, but Bree got drugged for it, okay? I see you, Sweet Sun Kiss. Is that the one? Hey, girl. Hey, everybody show Miss Sweet Sun Kiss some love in this chat. Thank you and welcome to the chat. Who co-worker is that? I can't remember who said it. Who is it? It's our girl Sherry. That's right. Thank you, Sherry, for bringing your co-worker into the chat. We appreciate you. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the support. Thank you, Popeye's Chicken, for the love, baby. We appreciate you. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you so very much, honey. You always, you always be giving it to us, girl, and I love it. You already know what I'm talking about, right? But anyway, all right, y'all, let's get into this. We're going to break down. First of all, let's go back a little bit. So when I say that they did the same thing, they did it, but they did it differently. But they did the same thing. And what is that? They came out here and told their story about their experience with LaTruth. Okay. Now, the thing about it is, Briana wasn't she's not the only one that has came out about LaTruth. Sierra came out about LaTruth. His daughter, Desharia, has came out about LaTruth. And another young lady that knew Robert before Miss Briana, she came out about LaTruth. So it has been several women that has came out about LaTruth, but they chimed in and locked in on the ex-wife, Briana, and have been dragging her ever since, okay? Right? But Miss Season wants to do what Briana did, but in a different way. And why? Well, because her age, you understand what I'm saying? And she wants to save face. She's trying to dress it up in a classy way, but how is she not doing the exact same thing? And that is exposing what happened in their relationship, okay? Miss Briana did it, And so did Miss Season. Thank you, Sonia C. And so did Miss Season. All right. So this is what we're going to talk about on this live stream right here. We're going to break it down. We're going to mirror it and we're going to call it what it really is. Okay. That's what we're doing around here. We calling it straight what it is. All right. Straight what it is. Let me say this right quick. Now, I know we ain't blind, right? We all see that other people are now entering the chat, not this chat, like literally, but entering the conversation. I have been talking about this now for what? Well over months, like maybe 3 or 4 months, saying that Miss Season was out here calling out Robert and shading him. And people call me a liar. They said it's not true. They said I'm just trying to stir the pot and all this bullshit. But I told people what Miss Season was doing because we saw it. We are logical thinkers over here. We saw it coming. We seen it happening. We seen it brewing. Now, all of a sudden, now people want to come out because now they can't hide it no more. It is so out there. They're like, oh, hell no. So now you're going to start seeing other people, right? Which we ain't got no problem with that. We ain't fighting with no other content creators or none of that. They can say whatever they want to say, right? That is their channel, is their panel, and their voice. They can say whatever they want to say. That is not what type of time I'm on. And I would love my supporters to not be on that type of time anyway. Why? Because, honey, we ain't never accepting no toxic energy no more. Okay? We ain't doing that. So we're not going back and forth with no content creators. But that does not mean we can't call out what we see them doing. So with that being said, I see a couple of them now speaking up about Miss Season. Why are they doing that? Because you can't hide it too much longer, right? You got to call a spade. You got to come out and call a spade a spade. And they see what we've been seeing. And I'm just going to say this, right? I believe they've been seeing it, okay? She said, we ain't fighting for Tay-Tay. Miss Navita, wait, damn. Naivete, okay, Miss Naivete, okay. God damn it, I gotta remember it. But anyway, I believe that they was always seeing it, but they was too afraid to speak out. Why? Because they did not know which way their supporters will blow. They didn't know if their supporters would like the fact that they calling Miss Season out, right? Or not. So they did not know. So what they're doing now, you guys, hold on. They are what you call testing the waters. They are testing the waters, just trying to kind of get a feel of what their people think. You know, like, let me just try to do a little poll right quick or whatever and see if people are really feeling Miss Season or if people not feeling Miss Season, okay? They can't help it. So now you're going to see people coming out here a little bit at a time trying to, throw shade at Miss Season, all right? Now, we ain't fighting with them because we really don't care, but we see it, okay? We don't care, all right? However, it just makes me know that people are listening to me, and as much as they want to call me a liar, 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 they know I am telling the truth. This validates that they know that I have been telling the truth all along. We call it how we see it around here, okay? We don't sugarcoat. We don't try to spare nobody's feelings. We forever, or should I say, we stopped sprinkling sugar on shit. We don't do that no more. We don't sprinkle sugar on shit. We call shit because shit smells like shit, okay? And that's what we do over here. Sprinkling sugar on shit is for them other people, not us. We don't do that. We call a spade a spade. We saw Miss Season come out here trying to diss Robert. We said it. We called it out, or whatever the case may be. They said, oh, no, that's not true. You just trying to start something. You just want them to be fighting each other. Want my ass. We don't really give a fuck, okay? We don't. She said, Miss Naivaka. Miss Naivaka. Listen. Miss Vivica, Miss Naivata. Miss Naivete. Listen, this is what it is right here, Miss Camille. Miss Naivete, Miss Naivata, whichever, however you want to say it, okay? But anyway, we don't really care about their drama, but we do care about their drama, right? Meaning that we don't care enough to take sides. We ain't taking no side over here. We're going to call her out. We're going to call Robert out. We're going to call them all out, right? We're going to watch it and we're going to spill the beans. However, We're going to call Miss Season out because Miss Season led the pack, y'all. Miss Season led the pack of dragging his ex-wife for doing the mere thing that her ass is around here doing right now. Miss Season is trying to call Robert a covert narcissist. Somebody put a 1 in the chat if y'all seen that foolery. If you seen Miss Season have the nerve to try to label LaTruth as a covert narcissist. I find that laughable. Why? Because when he was called a covert narcissist, right, by the ex-wife and by the Beige Show, they clowned not only the ex-wife for calling him a covert narcissist, but they also clowned the psychologist, that lady that was on there, the one that said that he was a covert narcissist. She said he was a covert narcissist well over a year ago. A year ago. Was it 2 years ago? However, it's been either a year or 2 years ago when he was called a covert narcissist. So now she's trying to call Robert a covert narcissist. Is that laughable or what? And you can't tell me you dated a man for 2.5 years and heard other people call him a covert narcissist. But now all of a sudden now that y'all ain't in a relationship no more, now he's a narcissist. What was he when they were dating each other? He was my man, my man, my man. Huh? Huh? They discredit, Miss Season helped discredit Briana, which was the wife, and the psychologist lady, the professional that came out and said that he was a covert narcissist. They discredit that when she was sleeping with him, when she was getting the benefits. And that's why he's throwing up in her face now by coming out here saying, I lay good pipe. When I have sex with women, they say they feel it in their ribs. He clowning her. He's straight making her look like a damn fool. He is embarrassing her. Now, I am going to say this right quick before I go on with my commentary. One of the supporters, I'm not going to shout out no names because I ain't giving nobody no clout over here on my channel. You hear me? One of the supporters says something that I agree with, okay? And what she, I don't agree with everything she said, but I do agree with this one. And she said, because Miss Season is older, right, than Robert, and supposed to be more classier, carry herself in a classy way, she was supposed to walk away with dignity, baby. She was supposed to end this situationship, manipulationship, whatever she want to call it. She was supposed to throw deuces and walk away. She was not supposed to get in her feelings over Robert. Robert, a man that she claimed herself that she had to be in the trenches with and pull him up by his bootstrings, okay? She says she provided resources to this man to help him get back on his feet, okay? Resources. It could have been emotional resources, financial resources, mental resources, physical resources, whatever. She provided resources to this man, right? She said, when I met him, he was so broken. He appeared as a man. He was so fragile, as if he had PTSD. Okay? The man was literally ending a marriage. Marriage. Okay? And she said, nobody can tell that we was deep down in the trenches together. We was deep down in these trenches. Nobody knew that, right? She was not supposed to let people know that she was in her feelings like this. You could be in your feelings all you want to. You call your real friends and be in your feelings. Not no 50-year-old come out to the internet, boohoo crying and shit and saying, I've been delivered. I ain't hurt no more. She was not supposed to do that online. She was supposed to do that to one of her good girlfriends, or she was supposed to go out and tell a tree, okay? We talked about that long time ago. Y'all remember that? I said, listen, when you don't want nobody else to know your business, you go out there and you stand in front of the biggest damn tree you can find, and then you just tell all your business to that tree, because you can best believe it is not going to come back out on the internet, okay? So with that being said, She was not supposed to come out here in her feelings. She was supposed to chuck deuces, continue living her best effing life, right? Smiling or whatever the case may be. But she was not supposed to come out here and go on a "oh, woe is me" tour. "Oh, whoa, the Lord told me to clown LaTruth" tour. She was never supposed to do that if she was the real classy woman that she claimed. But let me tell you what she did. She did exactly what Bree did. Why? Because she's bothered exactly the way Bree was bothered. Bree was hurt. Okay. She said, "My speech to text changed the word Amoira to mirror." Oh, it's okay, Tina. What did you say anyway? Let me see what you said, baby. You said she has to be jealous that he's given the time to Amoira. Okay. That was not given to her to come out here all of a sudden because she was silent between February and last month. She really wasn't silent. She was talking. Let me tell you what she was doing, Tina. She wasn't silent. Okay. We peeped through that too. She was trying to make him jealous. She wanted him back. Let's talk about that for a second. When a woman that just broke up with someone else, because Briana did it too. Briana did it too. Let's call a spade a spade. When you want to make your man jealous, what do? You flaunt your dates in his face. She did the typical "I'm trying to make this man jealous" bullshit the same way Bree did. She did it too. Now, she may have even followed Bree footsteps in doing so. And that's another reason why I say Miss Season, Miss Vivica, okay, Miss Naivete, Miss Naivete doing the same thing that Bree did. She may not have came out and said anything negative about Robert right away, but she tried to throw another man in Robert's face. It was none of our business if she was going on dinner dates with another man. You remember, matter of fact, let me see if I can grab it right quick. She probably done took it down, but put a one in the chat if you remember when Miss Season went on a dinner date with a guy and she only showed him with a brown jacket, his hand with a watch. Put a one in the chat if you remember that. I'm going to try to see if I can find it right quick. Hold on. She probably deleted it, but she was trying to make him jealous. But that's another reason why she's so naive, because that's not how you make a man jealous. She was not, see, she should have took a class from me long time ago. Coming out here with another man is not making him jealous. No, she made it too obvious. She posts the shit. You understand what I'm saying? Her girlfriend was supposed to post the shit and say, "Girl, was that you?" Y'all, I found it. I found the damn picture. Look at this. Look at God. Look at God, baby. Look at God. Look at God. Let me put this picture up. So this was in March. Now, she claimed that her and LaTruth broke up in February. Okay. Now, February is a short month. We don't know what the hell month they broke up in, but she posted on March the 23rd, "The best chapters are written in silence." Okay. If you broke up with a dude that you was in love with, she said she was in love with this man, right? "I love him. I would marry him," right? She said that in April. But she posted her out on a date with another man March the 23rd. "The best chapters are written in silence." Okay. In silence. She was trying to make Robert jealous. That's not how you do it. She should not have went on that way. See, let me tell you right quick. Let me spit some game, okay? So her friend was supposed to say, "Was this you I saw out last night at what's one of them, not Chris Rue Chris or something or whatever, right? Was that you?" And tagged her. "Miss Season, is this you?" And she was supposed to just drop eyes and say, "Where you get this from? Where you get this picture from? Girl, where were you?" Or something like that. She was not supposed to post the damn picture of her and some man on her damn page. And she talking about "and by the lake." Exactly. And did a whole voiceover by the lake with the man. Let's get to that one right quick. Asking her, "Do you want to make love out here by the lake?" Y'all don't remember that, do you? Let's get to it right quick. Let's go back to that one. The man asked her something about making love out by the lake. You was never supposed to post that. That is not how you make a man jealous, girl. He was supposed to find out accidentally. And you were supposed to be like, what are you referring to? We're not together. You know what I mean? You doing you and I'm doing me. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? We're not together. We are not a couple, remember? We're single, okay? Yeah, let's pull this lake thing up. Was it this one? No, that it wasn't this one. Hold on. This is her swinging her feet. Oh, it's this right here, baby. Y'all listen to this foolishness right here. This voiceover. Now, this was done. This date was. Damn, why is it not giving me the date? Hold on. This was done. Why is this not giving me the date? It says 27 weeks ago, but why is it not giving me? I don't see the date on this, but what's 27 weeks ago, y'all? Somebody do the calculation and tell me what is 27 weeks ago, okay? But y'all listen to this right here, honey. Listen to her trying to make Robert jealous, talking about making love by the fireplace. Now, 27 weeks ago, somebody tell me what is 27 weeks ago? Was it in March? Was it 27 weeks ago in March? Let's listen to it.
Hey, let's do a real song.
What did you expect?
What did you expect?
Okay, he's talking about something. I don't know if y'all hear it, but he's like, "Bae, let me ask you a question." She talking about something, And he said, what he say? Do you want to make love out here? Or would you make love out here?
Yeah, for the right situation.
And she talking about, yeah, for the right situation. Don't she sound so elementary? Somebody said it was April the 2nd or the 3rd. So now they broke up in February. And now in April, first week in April, a man asking her, would you make love out here? Yeah, for the right situation. What the hell? What type of answer is that? Yeah, for the right situation. Yeah, for the right situation, but they want to call Briana a Jezebel. They want to call Briana hot in the pants. Her and Robert broke up in February, and she talking about making love by the fireplace with another man in April. Yeah, for the right situation. She sound like a hot pocket to me. Don't she sound like a hot pocket to you? Yeah, for the right situation.
Yeah,
And he talking about, yeah, we need to try to make that happen. And she talking about, yeah, what?
the right situation.
Girl, you sound so goofy. You sound goofy as hell telling a man that you will make love to him out by the fireplace for the right situation. Who even talks like, yeah, for the right situation? It sounds like me she's talking about, yeah, for the right amount of money. Come on, let's talk about that. Yeah, for the right situation. Don't just sound like a transaction to you? Yeah, I make love out here for the right situation. Who even says that? Yeah, for the right situation. What? He talking about we need to make that happen. She talking about, yeah, for the right situation.
She said for the right situation.
Yeah, for the right situation.
She said for the
Shit.
for the right situation.
I'm tired. I have invested enough time.
See, now we caught that shade, right? She said, I'm tired. I done invested enough time. She was talking about Robert on this one. See, this went over people's head. She was dragging Robert on this video. Why in the world would she say, I'm tired? I have invested enough time, right? Listen to this shit.
For the right situation, exactly.
Now, let me just read to you what her write-up said. It says, sometimes we think we have it all figured out, but the universe is in control. Good night, y'all. Okay? Pretty toes, my life in real life. Life is good. Okay? Now, She's talking about, I'm tired. I done invested enough time. Baby, she was talking about Robert. She was basically trying to say she had invested 2.5 years into Robert and he ain't even gave her the proper title, okay? She was mad at Robert and trying to throw another man in his face. Now, people, y'all said that this was the beginning of April, the first week in April. Who does that? Immature, naive ass woman, Miss Naivete. Miss Naivete did this shit. At 50 plus years old, Miss Naivete thought her get back to Robert was posting another man's voice. She even did a video. Let's go to the one where she said, what you say, you bought the whole lake, huh? You bought the whole lake. Let's get to that one right quick. You ain't bought a little lake, you bought the big lake. The big lake. Hold on, what she said. What you say, you bought the whole thing, you bought the whole lake. Let me see if this one's it. Okay, so she chilling with this man. We don't see the lake man no more. Where is the lake man? Where is the lake man? Now you looking at this video and you like, oh my God, that looks so peaceful. But she wasn't peace. She wasn't in no peace. She wasn't having no damn peace. She was hood. She was supposed to chop deuces and she was supposed to really be living this type of life for real. But she over here thinking about old Rusty Dusty that ain't got shit to offer her. Not nothing. So now here comes a man voice.
Wait, those are my shoes. Oh my gosh, you know what? I've been looking for these.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you kept it?
Yours. Hey, look, like this. They're yours.
She even heard, you heard the kiss. You heard the kiss. She loved putting her mouth on people. You heard the kiss. Mwah, mwah. You heard the kiss. And then it's so funny, baby, because it was some people in the comments talking about, come on, y'all. Y'all know that's LaTruth. That's LaTruth voice. We know that's LaTruth. Come on, y'all. Miss Vivate, right? Miss Naivete. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't cheat on him. This is Miss Naivete. She wouldn't cheat on Robert. Robert is her man, her man, her man. She ain't that type of loose woman.
All right, I'm going to get
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive. Impressive. I must say. I've been looking for those shoes for a year.
And when she said that I've been looking for those shoes for a year, what she was trying to say is that she's been involved with this guy for a year, okay? She whoever just kissed her, she been involved with this guy for a year is what she's trying to say. Or longer. Okay. Now, again, this is after the breakup with Robert. She was out here trying to flaunt men in his face or whatever, thinking that it was going to make Robert say, nah, I'm not going to lose you. Because she thought Robert was actually into her. She wanted Robert to come out here and be like, nah, I'm not going to lose you. I don't want to lose you. Tell me what I need to do to make it right. I'll do whatever. I don't want to lose you. But Robert was like, y'all, let her enjoy her dinner. Let her enjoy her date. Leave her alone. Let her go out there and enjoy this man that she with. He did not care. He did not care. And that made her even madder that Robert did not care who she was out there making love to by the fireplace, eating dinner with, or swinging in the swings with. Robert did not care. Why? Because she was just another piece of coochie. He probably was already sleeping with somebody else anyway. Robert didn't care. She was doing everything she could. Let's get to the part where she said, you own this whole lake, not just a little lake, but the big lake.
See, I've been watching it for a while.
Oh, no, not that one. I'm sorry. Hold on. She was still trying to throw shit in his face, but that ain't the one. Where she said, is this all you? You own the big lake, not the little. Okay, it's not that one. Is it? No, that's it. Hold on. Let me get to the video where she said, is this you? You own this big old lake, all of the big lake, not the little lake. This all you right here. This all you. whoever the man was, he's no longer in the picture. And that's why she out here talking this damn gibberish, okay? Because if a man was in the picture and really putting it down, right? Like you know how our men be doing or whatever, ain't no way she'll be mentioning this. What's that girl name? Tiana. Is it Tiana Taylor? You remember? She was like, stop bringing up my ex, Iman. Stop saying things about him. Let me enjoy getting my back blown out in peace. You remember? She didn't even want to talk about her old relationship, right? She wanted that stuff to be gone, die down. We did it. We tried. We did what we tried to do what we tried to do in a relationship. It didn't work. Y'all, please leave my past in the past. It's no way she'll be out here talking about some manipulation. She was bamboozled and all this bull crap. If she was with another man and he was taking care of her properly, she would not care. Wait a minute, is this the one he owned the whole lake? Look at it. Oh, yeah, she with some man on this one. Hold on. I just have to block all this out when I get off. I have to mute the music when I get off. Hold on. Yeah. Look at it. Going on. Don't you let me stop you. See, if she was still with the man, she'd be out here smiling. That was a temporary thing. It could have been an old fling, or it could have been somebody she just met, or whatever the case may be. But what he didn't know is that she was just using him to try to make Robert mad, okay? Now, you can tell, now I ain't trying to pick at the girl or whatever, but I am going to call a spade a spade. You can tell this girl, look around her eyes, the filters, when you move to the left and the right, when you move your face to the left and right, them filters be playing tricks on you, honey. They will uncover some shit. And so these filters was uncovering those real eyes. Y'all see them real eyes? Honey, you can't tell me that she went over there crying herself to sleep at night, okay? She couldn't no longer hide it. So she was literally crying herself to sleep at night, faking like she was having fun, okay? But she should have kept faking like she was having fun, right? Or she shouldn't have never brought another man to the internet. She was supposed to just act like Robert didn't she was supposed to act like he was a skit too. She should have been the one that downplayed his ass to a skit. That's what I would have done. I would have called his ass a transaction. When he called me a transaction, I would have came out and said, hell, if that's the case, we were both a damn transaction, and kept it moving. She was never supposed to come out here trying to flaunt another man, trying to make Robert jealous. That is not how you get your get back. Never, ever, ever is that how you get your get back. Don't you ever think throwing a man in another man's face is going to make him jealous. It doesn't work, okay? It don't work like that. I think this is the one that she said he owned the whole lake. Let me see. I think she fans out and show a picture of the lake. I think she said something like, this all you? No, actually, she said that when she was walking, wasn't it? I think it's one that she walking in. No, I don't think this is the one. No, this ain't the one that she said he owned the whole lake. Hold on. She was walking. She said, this you? This all you? You own the whole lake, don't you? This all you. Was this one it? I think this might be it right here.
What you guys get ready to get into, man? You got a flight in the morning. Look at this, look at this, look at this.
That's right. That's our business, baby.
Yeah, do your thing. That's the deal.
Put a hump in your back and lift your rump. Put a hump in
Okay, so this one's not it either. All right. Anyway, I was trying to find a video, but anyway, maybe she got rid of it or whatever. I don't know, because I ain't gonna be going through all of them. But it's a video out there where talking to the same man, because the voices are the same, and she was literally basically giving him props, saying, this showing, she was kind of showing the house, and it was a nice house too, and she was showing the big old yard and whatnot, and she was like, this you own this whole lake, don't you? This all yours right here. So what she was doing was basically throwing in Robert's face that she's with a man that has more than him, owns his own lake, wine and dines her, and shit like that. That's what she wanted Robert to think, okay? When that didn't happen, let's look at Miss Vivate, Miss Naivete. Let's look at her timeline, right? The reels went from her out here with this man, right? She was dancing and shit like that, right? She was even doing a chicken dance on this, and y'all remember this? You remember? Hold on. She's going to come out and she's going to do like a little chicken booty dance in a minute. She was planting a tree. Hold on. Y'all gotta see this one. I don't know how to speed up a reel, so y'all, we just gonna have to watch it. I don't know how to make it go faster. But she gonna come and do the little chicken dance or whatever. She was doing all of that, shaking her little booty, watch her. Even though she said she too classy to twerk online. She too classy to twerk. She gonna do more. Hold on. She gonna do more. She said, today I planted a tree, but not just any old tree, a pear tree with one one with the hopes of reaping a good harvest. Okay. Child, that tree probably got pulled up the other day too, honey, because she was too stuck on the truth. Now she about to do the little chicken dance, even though she said classy women don't twerk online. But I guess she figured, well, let me do what Bree did. He fell in love with Bree. Let me see if he'll fall in love with me if I do the twerk right quick. Hold on. Y'all gonna see her in a minute. She gonna twerk it out. I wish I could fast forward right to it, but child, I don't know how to work this thing like this. Come on, Naiva Tay. Get it together, girl. Come on, honey. Damn, I wish I knew how to make this thing go faster, but I don't. Naiva Tay, we just want to see you twerk, girl. She said, yeah, if you use another man to make another man mad, he definitely gonna be an upgrade. Here she go. Look at her. Look at Miss Naivete. Look at Miss Naivete. Naivete, girl. Miss Naivete was shaking that booty. Y'all seen that? Miss Naivete, girl, you should be a damn shame of yourself talking about classy women don't twerk. And then on this one right here, right? We looking at it. She started losing all type of weight, and we was like, what's going on with Miss Naivete? Miss Naivete, like, yeah, let me show off this damn hurt weight loss. Look at this hurt weight loss, y'all. This hurt weight loss, yeah. It's hurt weight loss. Look at that. Now, let me tell you how you can always tell when a woman is hurting. When her head is bigger than her butt, she is hurting, okay? When her head, her dome is bigger than her ass, she is hurting. Okay, we didn't seen it. We didn't seen it from quite a few women out here on social media now. And you know what? We just making fun right now, but we all done been there. We all done had these big old heads and long faces when we was hurt. Okay, when some man hurt us, the first thing we do is go drop 30 pounds, right? But then she started saying, I've been watching my weight and going to the gym. Girl, you been crying, child. We can tell that you been crying. Stop playing, okay? She said that. Jen said that good old stress diet. That good old stress diet. Raise your hand if you too have went on a stress diet, baby. Not even if you wanted to go on one, but you done been down that road, okay? Who done been down the road? Raise your hand. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Admit it. Go on and admit it. Have you had a stress diet? Child, I had a stress diet and I was looking like a whole crackhead out there in them streets, baby. I couldn't eat shit. I bite off something and just my appetite just gone. Like, God dang, I can't even eat this. I can't even eat this. I can't even eat this, baby. Stress diet. She said, I done been on a stress diet, so I know it when I see it exactly. If you been there, you know it when you see it. Okay. So she's showing off this good old stress diet. Look at her. Look at her. Stress, 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 stress. This is stress. This is stress. This is stress. Stress, 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 stress. That's it. That's it. That's it, girl. That's it. That's it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. So she was showing off her stress diet. Now she got over 3,000 comments because it was people still not knowing really what was going on. We knew what was going on because we was peeping it, baby. We was peeping it. Now let me see when she did this stress diet move right here. This was, again, it doesn't have the date, but it says 18 weeks ago. Help me out, y'all. 18 weeks ago. She was out here acting like, I'm living my best life. Ain't got time to mess with you ninjas. I'm living my best life. She wanted people to believe that she was living her best life. But hair was falling out. She was putting in extra bundles, meaning she needed to go buy extra glue, okay? And she was losing weight by the tens of pounds at a time. 10 pounds gone, 20 pounds gone, 30 pounds gone, 40 pounds gone. She was melting in front of everybody's eyes. Melting, straight melting. Y'all remember she used to have the squirrel cheeks. You remember she came out with the squirrel cheeks, honey. Looked like she stored something in her cheeks. Y'all remember that? She had the squirrel cheeks, right? She said wearing a size 0 in pants. Exactly. She had the squirrel cheeks, baby. She got rid of the squirrel cheeks, baby. Okay. This is what you call stress weight. Okay. Stress diet. All right. So 18 weeks ago. What was that, y'all? 18? No, it's a 19 weeks ago. So 19 weeks ago, somebody said you ate and left no crumbs. I guarantee you the same person that said you ate and left no crumbs is now saying you bitter, you this, you that. Now they talking about her. Now they dogging her. Because 4 months ago or whatever, right? 4.5 months ago, they did not believe that she was out here stressing over LaTruth, okay? But look at the timeline. Now, while she was out here trying to act like she was living her best life, right? She did this one, all the little, I'm living my best life. She ain't talking about no narcissism. You see that? Hold on, let's go back a little bit. Okay, hold on. Okay, she planted the pear tree out here singing in the car, dancing, acting like she happy. She dancing, stress weight. She even looked good on this one. Look at her. Ooh, Miss Vivate. Miss Naivete. Look at you. I keep saying Vivate. Miss Naivete. She said a time was had. And you always know when she's trying to throw something in his face because she always say a time was had. I had the best time. Why? Because she's trying to make him jealous. Look at her. A time was had. I had the most, look at her. Oh, girl, I had the most amazing time. See, somebody didn't tell this Mississippi girl how to do it, baby. She never learned how to play in a man's face. You hear me? She never learned it, baby. Somebody, oh, I feel so sorry for her. Because look at her. She doing it all wrong, baby. All wrong, baby. All wrong. But anyway, girl, you was trying to get Robert's attention and it wasn't working, honey. So anyway, she did that. She did that. She's still with the guy. She front, the late guy. Here go the late guy. All of this. Then she reposted when she realized the lakes and the making love by the fireplace and the dinner dates and all of that. When she realized that was not working. When she realized it wasn't working. So then she tried to come out and post old videos of when she said, about LaTruth. So she got 32K likes on that and 19, not likes, but views, 32K views on this and 19K views on this. So I believe around here is when she started saying, people like to hear me talk about this. I'm gonna out this ninja. I'm gonna tell my truth, but I'm gonna pretend that I'm trying to be some type of relationship guru. Okay. All right. So then she tried to do that dance again. Here she go, y'all. Look at her. Look at her. She came out here, couldn't barely move, but she like, let me shake what my mama gave me. Look at me. I'm having fun. I'm at a wife's party. I'm living the truth. Look at me. You didn't stop me. I'm still living. I'm still living. Look what you missing. Look what you missing. I'm still living. She's still doing all this for who? LaTruth, thinking LaTruth was going to be like, oh, I miss you so much. I want to see you. Let's talk. Let's get back together. I was wrong. I don't want to lose you. Let's put a title on it. I want to marry you now. Okay. Still doing all that or whatever, right? Still wasn't working. That still wasn't working. And then let me see, is this when she even did a bath. Look at this. She's like, ooh, soft skin, energy clear, boundaries firm. Look at her. Soft skin, energy clear, boundaries firm. This is luxury body care done right. Choose your Lux Body Nectar sent in the comments, okay? So listen, I think she was trying to show her products, but she also was basically saying boundaries firm, meaning that, she was still trying to shade them a little bit like, I'm standing firm on my boundaries or whatnot, right? Every girl love a good bath, honey. I love me a good bath, right? So then I want to say this may be, let's see right quick.
Happy Saturday.
I think this was the first time she said, choose the path that takes you as far as you want to go. Now, I don't know if she shaded him on this video. I would literally have to go back to this video and listen to it. But I think she may have started some little subtle digs around this time. And this was, let's see the date. Again, it doesn't show the date, but it said 10 weeks ago. So 10 weeks ago, all right? So I'm looking at a comment that says, amazing things happen when you step outside of your comfort zone and task risk. Amazing things happen. Ambitious minds always achieve their goal. So I don't know. Let me read this one right here. Let the church say amen. So I don't know if she was shading him. But it does say, happy Saturday, step over it. Okay, step over it. Choose the path that takes you as far as you want to go. And she said, step over it. So she could have been shading him in this video too, but I don't know because, I can't remember this one, to be honest with you. Okay. But if she was, this is when it started. Okay. But let's continue. All right. So then this one.
I was sitting in the gym, and I had to reel it back in.
Okay, now this one right here was again, now this is 8 weeks ago, and the title is Don't Tell Them Nothing. Now, for some reason, I want to say this may be one of those shadies, but let's listen to it right quick.
And this stuck out to me. We are always, or me, like I said, trying to give advice or spiritual truths or any wisdom that I have to most people that I know. So if you know me, you know that I'm very resourceful. And I was in a position where I was just about to share something with someone. And in the gym, it got kind of loud, but God whispered to me and kind of pulled me back for me not to say anything. And this scripture stuck out in my head. Don't cast your pearls amongst swine. Don't cast your pearls amongst swine. What that means is your pearls are things that are valuable to you, such as your wisdom, your spiritual truths, your intuition, any of the valuable things to you. You do not cast them upon to people who don't value them or who will misuse them. And that's the swine. So swine is those who will not value it, who will use it and misuse you with it. And also they trample it. And most oftentimes they will take it and turn it around and use it to trample you. So keep in mind, everybody don't need to know everything. Everybody don't need to have access to your spiritual truths or your spiritual gifts, your wisdom, your knowledge, your talents, your experience. Give those things to the people who deserve it and use discernment in order for you to know exactly who you share those things with. Okay?
Now, I'm not sure who she's referring to in this one. I believe she's basically, to me, I believe that she was getting ready to tell somebody about her hurt and her pain or whatever, and at the gym, and then she decided to not talk to them about it. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking. Y'all tell me in the chat if y'all think that I'm off on that one, but I think that she was basically saying she was getting ready to share something with someone in the gym and she decided not to. Because when you going through a breakup and you're hurting, you do want to talk to somebody. And sometimes, let's be honest, you will talk to anybody that's willing to listen. If you just meet a stranger off the street and they willing to listen to you for a moment, baby, it just makes you feel better. So I believe that she met somebody in a gym or whatever, and she wanted to say something about her experience because she was still hurting, and she feels like she couldn't go to nobody and tell them about it because, she can't go to the people in the saga that she cool with because they team LaTruth. Okay? They like LaTruth. They was only liking her because she was making him look good. It was never about her. And that's what she got it wrong at. She thought that they loved her. No, no, no. Maybe one or two, but they loved your connection to LaTruth. Okay, that's what she didn't realize. Okay, so again, this was 8 to 9 weeks ago. Okay, all right, and then she came out again with the products, and I want to say even maybe in this one, she said trying to bribe. Okay, ooh, baby, This thing says trying to bribe someone is never a good move. Now, this one was most definitely about him because she had came out several times talking about bribing. Somebody trying to hold something over your head. Somebody knows something that you told them that you are embarrassed about, that you don't want nobody else to know. And they try to hold something over your head and say, if you don't do this, or if you don't do this, then I'm going to release this, or I'm going to show this, or this, that, and the other. So in this one right here, which was dated, this is 6 weeks ago. So 6 weeks, no, I'm sorry, 10 weeks ago. I see, okay, 10 weeks ago. And somebody actually posts, I'm so happy, Bree, have you on a spiritual journey looking at God. Finally copying someone positive and worth while listening to. So Miss Season responded and said, hold on. I just seen you, Miss Season. How do you get it? Okay, damn, I hate when that happened. Let me just open it all the way up and let me see what Miss Season said. Well, I don't, okay, hold on. So there's like spiritual journey. I can't see what Miss Season said. Hold on. I don't know why it's not showing me what she said, I've always been spiritually grounded, love. No one can turn me back. No one can turn me back to God. I never left. Okay, that's what she said. I've always been spiritual because I guess they were in the comments saying, oh, I see LaTruth turn you back to God. So anyway, in this video right here, people was coming for her and basically calling her out like, you're talking about LaTruth and we know it and this and the other. Now, again, this is 10 weeks ago. Tell me when was 10 weeks ago, you guys. 10 weeks ago, people were saying, we know that you are shading LaTruth. You're trying to say something about LaTruth, this and the other, whatever. This was 10 weeks ago. 10 weeks ago, people had noticed this, okay? But some people were still like, no, she's not shading LaTruth. She's not saying. So that was then. Then she came out dancing again, acting like she having good old boots on the ground rodeo or whatever. And then she did more content. She tried to even do some content on her son. Even got views. Girl, you got views on your son. Use them like everybody else use their kids. You know what I'm saying? Then she did more products or whatever. And then here she go. Then she started out. Let me get the date. She started out 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, she said, I'm sick of dancing. I'm sick of flaunting the man, okay? I'm sick of out here acting like I'm living my best life. I'm sick of out here losing weight and being miserable. I'm sick of my garden taking a back seat because I ain't did shit to it because I'm hood. I'm sick of this, okay? I am about to come out on his ass, but I'm going to do it different. I'm not going to be Briana. I'm not going to come out here and bust veins in my neck and shade him and talk about his clothes and say how broke he is. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to embarrass myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it subtle. I'm going to do it strategic. I'm going to do it classy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to call out the narcissist that he is, the manipulator that he is, the abuser that he is, all in the name of the Lord, baby. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it with scripture. I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to do exactly what Briana did, but I'm going to show them how you expose a ninja in the classic way, okay? She came out here being who? Miss Naive, what is it? Naivete. What I said is naivete. She came out here saying, I'm going to be Miss Naivete and I'm going to do it classic, okay? She did the exact same thing Briana did. Let's break it down, shall we? Okay? Now, let's go over the time in the relationship. Briana, the ex-wife, was with him for 6 years. They shared a home together. They have kids together. They made vows together. and they have years of behind the door toxicity. Miss Season, the girlfriend, the comfort coochie, the side chick, the jump off, okay, the whatever you want to call her, okay, the transaction, the booking fee, okay, the skit, because he did reduce her to a skit. The skit, okay? Her timeline in a relationship, 2.5 years, no marriage, no kids, and she entered the picture while he was still emotionally entangled with his ex-wife. How's that different? How is Briana and Mrs. Naivete, how are they the same? How are they different? Okay. Briana Payne was marital and long term. Miss Season was romantic and short term. They both experienced the same emotional patterns, control, image management, and manipulation, but through different levels of commitment. Commitment on a marital level and a commitment on a girlfriend jump off comfort coochie level that hits different. Okay. How they spoke out. Briana came out here raw, savage, emotional, unfiltered, called him broke, bad in the bed, breath stank, old in the face, called him Little Bill, said he got a small package. She said he was controlling, manipulative, abusive. She vented in anger and in pain. Miss Season, she came out trying to expose him polished, classy, spiritually led, uses code language like God told me, God said, Genesis, Timothy, Uranus, Maralitha, Malachi 16 and 7. Okay. She did this to shade him and diagnosed him publicly as a covert narcissist without naming him directly. She never used a name because she wanted to dress it up and put a bow on top of it. Okay. How is it the same and how is it different? Okay. Briana was blunt and bleeding. Miss Season, slick and strategic. Both used the internet to reclaim their control and reclaim their power. One screamed her truth and the other one disguised it as wisdom. And this is my calling from the Lord. Different delivery, same intentions. What was the intentions? To expose Robert, expose his behind the scenes behavior, expose the real him that no one sees unless you're up close and personal with him. You have to have a personal relationship to know what type of person he is. They intentions were the same. I want to expose this man. I want people to know what I deal with behind the scenes. Let's continue. Timing of the revelation. Briana, she exposed him during and after the breakup of the marriage. Okay. What I mean by during, they was, well, when I say during the breakup and after, during the breakup, meaning right when they split up, she was exposing them. Okay. After the marriage, she threw shade here and there, but it wasn't as much. Okay. Miss Season suddenly labeled him a covert narcissist after he dismissed her publicly, right? And minimized her to nothing but a skit. That's when she wants to come out and say, oh, he's a narcissist, he's an abuser. But she's doing all this without putting a name on it. Without putting a name on it. And people are supposed to think she's talking about her high school love, I guess. Okay. How is it the same and how is it different? Both waited until they were discarded to find the language of narcissism. They make people question their motive, but it doesn't erase the possibilities that the behavior was real all along, right? Meaning, yeah, they probably did experience that. But even Briana, she lifted Robert up as well when they were married. Remember? He was the best husband, the best father, the best provider, the best everything, right? She did it when they was married, and so did Miss Season. She lifted him up. My man, my man, my man. He's such a great daddy. He's a king. He's this. He's a genius. Y'all remember that, right? He's a genius. This man is a genius. I would marry him. He's the type of man that I was married. He was everything good when he was with Briana and everything good when he was with Mrs. Naivete until he discarded Both of them. He discarded Bree. Now let's talk about that. When I say discarded, even though we know that Bree went down there first and tried to file or whatever, she initiated and he said, let's talk. He manipulated her, but she fell for the okie doke and he took control of the situation and he discarded her. Now that hurt Bree. We can't sit here and pretend that did not hurt Bree. She was publicly embarrassed. Why? Because this man divorced her. He filed for a divorce against her. That was painful to sit and get played by a man that you said, I'm going to divorce you. He was able to talk you out of it and flip the script on you because she fell for the okie doke. She did. She fell for the okie doke. Why? Because she trusted her husband. But that was her husband, right? Her husband, it's a difference. She trusted him and he played in her face. He discarded her in public, embarrassed her in public. He did the same thing with Miss Season. He diminished her, okay? Decreased her down to nothing but a skit. I believe that if he would have moved on and not said anything and not had people saying, where's Miss Season? Were y'all in a relationship? Did y'all date? Or when he was pillow talking with Mrs. Simone, right? And saying, oh man, you getting mad over a transaction. She was nothing but a transaction. You getting all bent out of shape over a booking fee, trying to say Miss Season was nothing but a booking fee. That publicly embarrassed her. It diminished her. And she felt it, okay? So after they both got discarded, now all of a sudden they both came out trying to tell us what horrible man he is. But when they was with this horrible ass man, they covered for him. They said how amazing he was, how great he was. He's such a great father. He's such a great human. He's so kind. He's so gentle. He's so smart. He's the king. King, 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 king. They both covered for him until after they was discarded. Time means everything. When you look at that, it does look suspect, right? When you talk so highly of a person and then all of a sudden they soup sandwich after the relationship is over, right? And after he discarded them, it make you look at him a little funny and say, That's what made people look at Briana funny. And that's what's making people look at Miss Naivete funny. They looking at her funny because he was just a genius 6 months ago. I will marry him. She wanted to marry this man until he discarded her ass. Okay, let's continue. How the public react. The internet dragged Briana for years and still is. They called her bitter. They called her crazy. They called her dramatic. They called her jealous. They called her evil. They called her spiteful. Okay, they called her hurt. Okay, they laughed at her pain. Miss Naivete, the public is, they tried. They tried to give her more grace. They called her mature, seasoned, evolved, classic. They tried to say, you're handling this well. Until when? Until they finally caught on to the shade, baby. Until they finally caught on to the shade. That is why they are now treating her differently. And they still being a little strategic about it. Why? Because they don't know which way their supporters leaning. They don't know which way their supporters is leaning. They don't know if their supporters in the chat is a team LaTruth or a team Miss Naivete. Okay? They don't know. They don't know. So they are just walking and tiptoeing just a little bit. They didn't give Briana that grace. Okay? They drugged Briana for filth because they was immediately team LaTruth. They didn't give a fuck about what Briana went through, how she felt, or anything, okay? They didn't care about that. But Miss Naivete is getting a little grace because some people in their chat is still team Miss Naivete, okay? They see Robert for who he is. They know he's a manipulator. They know he's a womanizer. They know he's disrespect women. They've seen it with their own eyes. Don't ever think that some people are just asleep. Some people see this shit. Some people see this shit, okay? They see it. They just don't say nothing. They just don't say nothing, but they see Robert. They see Robert. He disrespect more people than just Briana. He disrespect more people than just Miss Naivete. More people than Sierra. More people than Desharia. This man is disrespectful to women as a whole. He is disrespectful. Okay? He come out one day, he talk highly of women, call them beautiful, sexy, fine. He exploits their asses all over his page. But as long as I call them out every now and then, shout them out and tell them how sexy and beautiful they are, right? As long as I come out here and show my daughter, show the soft side, as long as I come out here and say, oh, I miss my mama so much, I miss my mama, I wish I had my mama in my life. As long as I can do that every now and again, I can continue to get away with disrespecting women, talking about the weaves on their head, talking about the BBLs, talking about their bodies in whole, right? A whole, right? Talking about them. He comes out here and disrespect women, but as long as he can sprinkle a little sugar on some shit here and there, he will still have some fools falling for the okie doke. If you are a real woman, I'm talking about a woman that's real, that you ain't sprinkling sugar on shit, you would call this bitch ass nigga out. You would. You would really call him out for the fuckery. And it not even what he did to Bree and not what he did to Naivete, but him as a whole. The disrespect that he shows women as a whole, you would call that shit out. No 44-year-old mature ass man, right, that displays his daughter on his page as the real father game should be doing the shit that this man do or say on a daily basis. They will call a spade, but they cowards. They will not do it because they are cowards, because their supporters will leave them. Okay? Now, y'all know I love me some Briana. I call her my niece. But I will call her ass out and when she on some fuckery, and y'all know that. Okay? Y'all know that. Right? So why can't they? But anyway, we ain't here to go back and forth with nobody. We just point out what we know. Okay? We point out what we know. But anyway, like I said, they got to tiptoe and dance around what it is that they say because they don't know who in their chat lean which way. They don't know. They don't know if they gangster leaning in LaTruth behalf, on LaTruth behalf, or are they gangster leaning on Miss Naivete behalf? Okay, they don't know. They do not know. All right, let's continue. Again, like I was saying, they both waited till they was discarded to come out here to speak their truth. You understand what I'm saying? They pretended he was a king and all that shit when they was together. So that's why they are looked at side-eyed, okay? That's why the people are looking at them side-eyed. Now, let's talk about motive and message. What was Briana's motive? Briana wanted people to see the man behind the image. She wanted people to see what she saw. She wanted to expose his disrespect, his control, his manipulation, his gaslighting, his fakeness. She wanted people to know how he was behind the scene. Miss Season, what is her motive and her message? She wants people to see her as the exception who learned too late. Okay? She wants people to see that. I do believe she wants people to see, she want to expose him too. She wanted people to see that he's a covert narcissist, he's a manipulator, that he's harassing her behind the scenes, that he's holding some shit over her head. It's the same. She wants to expose him, right? But she wants to act like I saw it. I knew it already. I just let him think that he was getting over on me, but I knew it all along what type of person that he was, okay? I knew all along what type of person that he was because I saw it. He thought he was fooling me, but he's not. Now, Briana came out here boohoo crying. I'm talking about bawling crying, letting us really see that she was hurt. Miss Naivete don't want people to think that she hurt her, which she is. She didn't come out here crying. She didn't come out here and be like, oh my God, y'all, I done lost 30 fucking pounds and shit. You know what I'm saying? My hair done fell out over this nigga. This nigga got me looking at him in the daytime with a flashlight and I don't even know what the fuck to do. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't drink. I can't get this nigga off my mind. I did so much for this man and he took advantage of me. How dare he call me a damn skit? How dare, after everything that I did to him, how can he just say I was nothing but a skit? A skit, bitch, a skit? Are you crazy? I was more than a skit to you. I provided you resources. I'm snatching all that shit back, okay? She ain't out here crying, but she crying, okay? She ain't out here crying, but she crying. She crying. When every video she does, she reveals a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, all right? The other day when she said, I'm snatching all my resources back, I think that was the dead giveaway. I think, and she even said, I'm talking about lawyers, I'm talking about PRs, I'm talking about product management or people that have product. That was a dead giveaway. I don't even think she thought about it at all. I don't think she realized that that was a dead ass giveaway. Because who in the hell is she going to say she was talking about, honey? Who in the hell? She wanted Robert's support. Listen, that wasn't for us. The resource comment wasn't for me. That wasn't for you. That was for Robert's supporters. They the one thought that he was looking good. Why he out here, why y'all think that, you know, he out here looking good and he's shining and this, that was me. That was me. She wanted Robert's supporters to know she made that man look good. Without her, he would still be the lame ass Dusty that Briana left him as, okay? He would be the same $84 having ass in his bank account nigga. She's the one pulled him up by his bootstring, and she wanted every last one of Robert's supporters to know that. Why? She wanted recognition. She wanted that. She wanted I did this shit. I made him. He won shit without me. And she also wanted, oh, now we see why you mad. She wanted justification, okay? So it was almost a way of, so now you see why I'm hurt. Now let me come out here and expose his motherfucking ass, and y'all stay off my back. She wanted justification. That was her way of saying, now let me come out here and do my job, like my videos, continue to view my videos, and let me drag this little bitch. Let me drag this little Bill. Let me drag this big teeth joker, okay? She literally wanted justification for doing what she's doing. That's why she gave a little bit more, okay? That's why she was okay with saying, oh, why y'all out here thinking that he out here shining and this, that, and the other. No, I did that. That was me. That was me. That wasn't him. That was me. She put emphasis on that shit, baby. That was for them, not us. She didn't know they was going to take it the wrong way, though. She didn't know that they was going to take it the wrong way. She thought they was going to be like, oh, now we get it. Okay, she the one dressed up this little Dusty. She the one dressed him up in these bad clothes. She the one got him in front of some of these cameras. She the one made it possible that he go out to the BET Awards. She did this. She was there to help him. She held him down. She nursed him back to health, right? Right? She wanted recognition and justification at the same time to expose him for who he really is, because she went right back to talking about a covert narcissist like it wasn't nobody business. But some of Robert's supporters said, pump the brakes, my dear. You're doing a little bit too much. Now you're exposing him for real, okay? Now you exposing him for real. And the reason why they're coming out now, because they don't want LaTruth exposed. Because exposing LaTruth will make what they did to Briana, it will make it a little wrong, okay? They'll be like, God damn, we drugged the fuck out of Briana up and down social media avenue. Could it have possibly been true what she was saying all along? Baby, she mad, okay? They mad. They want to hush her, silence her, okay? They want the part to put a lid on it. Because if they rally behind a woman that was used and diminished down to nothing but a skit, if they rally behind her, it makes what they did to Briana disgusting. Okay? So they have to keep on supporting him or they gonna look bad. Okay? So they're not about to support Miss Naivete. What she thought? They're not about to rally behind you. She may get about 30 of them people that say, I hear you and I believe you. He dogged his wife and he dogged you. No matter how they feel about Bree, they can still not like what Bree did. They may think that, okay, Bree coming out here talking up under his clothes is wrong. You lift this man up. You call him a king. He fathered your younger one, well, your baby, Amoira, and he helped care for your other kids. How now you come out and say these things about him? You were supposed to just throw deuces. And that's what a lot of people think. Don't bring your woes to the internet. Throw deuces and keep it going, right? Right? They want to fault her for doing that, right? But look at it. She's a younger woman. She did it, right? She did it out of immaturity. She did it out of hurt, and she did it out of pain. Okay. Hopefully she learned her lesson, and hopefully she won't do that shit no more. Because I don't agree with her doing it either. I didn't agree with her doing it with LaTruth, and I don't agree with her doing it with Janelle. However, I don't fault her. And why do I not fault her? That's her motherfucking husband. Okay. And listen, when you have rights to your own husband, I'm talking about that's your husband, baby. You took vows with him. That ain't nobody business but yours. So if she want to come out here and out her husband business, you understand what I'm saying? The fact that she wanted to come out here and out her husband business, that's her business to out. That wasn't ours. It wasn't mine, and it wasn't the other people to dip into it. She wanted to call her husband out, baby. She got that right. She lived with this nigga. She took vows with this nigga, okay? Because outing her husband outs her. Because it shows that, oh, you covered up for him because you told us that he was a king. And now you telling us that he's a piece of shit, okay? So outing him outs her. Just like Miss Season don't realize outing LaTruth outs you. You dated this nigga for 2.5 years, and now all of a sudden he's a covert narcissist. Why he wasn't a covert narcissist when he was called a covert narcissist? Huh? Why when people told you he was a covert narcissist, you said nothing? But now he's a covert narcissist. Fuck that. We don't care if he's a covert narcissist. We know he's a covert narcissist. You telling us today don't mean shit to us. Okay? And he wasn't your husband. So you coming out here outing him now for what? Miss Season was supposed to take the high road. Briana came out at 31 years old acting a plum ass fool, right? On her husband. Miss Season is 53 years old. It's a difference. It's a 20-year difference, okay? It looks different. Briana looked like a hurt, immature wife doing it, right? Miss Season, you look worse. Girl, you look like a scorned-ass woman. They said Briana was bitter. Miss Season is scorned because Miss Season was supposed to chuck deuces. Miss Season wasn't supposed to act bothered at all. Girl, what you lost? You lost a man that you had to pull up by his bootstraps. You lost a man that you had to provide resources to. You lost a liability. What you mad for? Girl, you were supposed to keep it moving. She wasn't supposed to come out here and let people know she hut over a little bill. He didn't give her anything. He didn't give her no respect. This man didn't cater to her. You understand what I'm saying? This man didn't shower her with gifts. This man didn't do none of that. She lost a zero and out here mad about it. Girl, you were supposed to dust your shoulders off, and she was supposed to have a in the mirror talk with her ass. She was supposed to say, naivete, look at here, girl. This man was a liability. Girl, you was paying for dinners. You was around here being embarrassed. This man was talking about y'all sex and bending your legs back by your ears and shit on camera. This man was calling you a whole nother woman name, talking about some Lisa damn Ray, disrespecting you. This man almost made you fall off the curb. He didn't even come to your aid. This man embarrassed you. This man cashed after you $30 for your birthday in public. This man was having women hunching on him. He all at the strip club and shit. He all got another woman in his face every goddamn weekend. She was supposed to have a grown woman talk with herself. She was supposed to say, Miss Naivete, you ain't lost shit. Okay? You about to gain. Okay? Listen, the dick couldn't have been that good. You can go get a toy from the goddamn ABC store or whatever the name of the store, the even, you know, the Eve store or whatever, the Eve. I can't think of the damn store. Y'all, Adam and Eve. The Adam and Eve store would have made her feel better, baby. The Adam and Eve store wouldn't have embarrassed her. The Adam and Eve stole. Boy, baby. The Adam and Eve stole. Honey, that's all she needed. Okay? Until she met someone else. You understand what I'm saying? She was never supposed to come out here and be hurt over him. 2.5 years? Girl, she should be counting her blessings for real, for real. Listen, I don't have to pay for no more expensive ass meals. You ain't seen this man eat no steak in no nice ass restaurant since then. Now we see pizza, tacos, chicken tenders, French fries, burgers, and shit. This man over here eating like a fucking kid again. You can tell that was Miss Season taking him to all them nice, fine ass, plated fucking restaurants. He ain't been back at them places since. Now we see plates full of gravy and shit. Now you know. The restaurants he going to now, them hole in the walls, them $11.99 specials and shit like that or whatever. Y'all know Miss Season wasn't eating like that. Miss Season going where they having fucking baked Brussels sprouts and shit. You know what I'm saying? With drizzle on top. Steaks on top of steaks. You understand? She was taking him to upscaled restaurant this nigga can't even pronounce. You can't even ask him the place he's been. He like, I don't know what the name of that place is. Shit, I don't even know. You know what I mean? She was whining and dining him and showing him another part of living, another part of life. Because you know when him and Briana was together, they were eating cheese sticks and shit. You understand what I'm saying? They was eating processed foods, Applebee's, you know, TGIF Fridays, Ryan's, and buffet meals and shit full of gravy, full of, you know what I mean, bread on top of bread, baskets of bread. When you go into restaurants and they got baskets of bread, they was eating that type of food. That's what he resulting back to. He's eating burgers and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Eating fucking child food, play food, spaghetti on top of spaghetti and shit like that. Raviolis out the can. We even seen him eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay? No, wait a minute. Not just a peanut butter and jelly. What was the other thing that he made? This nigga made, it was peanut butter and jelly and he made something else. Ooh, what was it? Oh, fried bologna. Listen. When he was with Miss Season, you ain't never seen them fry no bologna together, okay? Never, ever. But when him and Miss Season broke up, this nigga was in his apartment frying bologna. Y'all remember that? He was frying bologna. Frying bologna. So anyway, all I'm saying is it's a difference. She was supposed to look at herself in the mirror and say, I didn't lose nothing but a liability, weight. A man that's clueless as fuck. A man that's disrespectful as fuck. A man that embarrassed me in public. A man that can't do shit for me. She was supposed to literally look at herself and have a real heart-to-heart talk. She out here talking about her goddamn feelings and shit. She went about this shit all wrong, baby. All wrong. Anyway, let me finish. I done got off on a tangent. So anyway, motives. Okay? Motives. Where was I getting at? Where's I just lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. Anyway. So both of them, what is the same and what is different? Both of them came out here attempting to protect or repair their image after dealing with him. Okay? But Miss Season, with her classy shade and shit, she still carries the venom, okay? She just coded up with scripture and style. She's using it in the name of the Lord, okay? She's coming out and trying to expose Robert just like Briana, but she's trying to do it on a classy level. She's trying to do it with the Lord called me to do this. Timothy, Mark, Luke, James, Revelation, and Adam and all the other channels or whatever, right? She's up here trying to dress it classy like. And I'm going to do it on a godly level, thinking that she can manipulate people. Baby, she trying to expose him too, okay? Now, let's talk about the manipulation factor, okay? Briana, her truth was reactive, pain-fueled, not premeditated. Briana didn't think before she came out here to tell her truth. The shit happened online. She uploaded, said abuse is real. She deleted it immediately. She wanted it to be done. That's why she deleted the video. But things spiraled out of control. Bloggers like myself got a hold to it and they started spreading it, and they made it bigger than what it probably should have been, right? And then because of that, Robert came out and said something. She came out and said something. Robert said something. She said something. Robert, she. Hers was not premeditated. It was reactive. But oh, Miss Naivete, Miss Naivete, Miss Naivete. Hers was premeditated, okay? Hers was calculated. She waited. She said they broke up in February, okay? Hers was not reactive. It was premeditated. She thought about that shit. First, she came out here trying to make him jealous. It didn't work. She tried to act like she was living her best life. It didn't work. And little by little, she plotted. She thought about it. She packaged it. She calculated it. And guess what she did? She says, I'm going to get this nigga back. I'm going to expose his ass in the name of the Lord and get paid on doing it, baby. I'm about to profit off of the way this nigga did me. I'm going to make money, baby, and expose his ass at the same damn time. And that is why you see, let's go to her page right quick. That's why you see all these motherfucking videos. Briana was making videos and deleting it. Briana was taking shots. Lil dick nigga, lil dick, lil Bill, you broke, cheap bastard, you this, you that. And she would delete it. But other bloggers would pick that shit up. Other bloggers was recording her ass, right? Look at Miss Naivete. She said, fuck that. I'm about to make money off of your bitch ass. Oh, I'm about to profit off of the way you did me, baby. I'm about to make money. What are you talking about? I'm about to profit off of exposing you my classic way, my spiritual way. I'm about to use my soft tone. I'm about to put more wavy bundles in my hair. Okay. All right. I'm going to set the atmosphere and put some more quiet ass music behind it. I'm going to package this real nice. She packaged the exposure of LaTruth. That is what she's doing. She is profiting off of her calculated, premeditated exposure. Bree did that shit without thinking for one moment. Came out here and showed his taxes and everything, honey. You hear me? The nigga got a little that. The nigga can't fuck. The nigga breast. The nigga that. The nigga this. And she deleted and 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 deleted again and deleted again and deleted again. Oh, but not Miss Naivete. Miss Naivete said, you may have diminished me to nothing but a skit. I was a skit to you. You used me. I gave you my resources. I poured into you and showed you steak restaurants. Nigga, I took you places that you wouldn't have never been. You was over there eating kids' meals and chicken nuggets and shit with your ex. Boy, I brought you up by your bootstraps. I got you over here eating baked macaroni and cheese, not boxed macaroni and cheese, you ungrateful nigga, you. Okay? So this is her way of saying, I'm going to profit off of exposing you one video at a time, nigga. Those was my resources, and I'm going to snatch them resources right out of the taste of your mouth. I'm going to send you back to eating bologna sandwiches where you belong. Do you hear me? That is what she's doing. She's profiting in between selling her body butter. Her body butter, she's going to profit off of exposing this little Bill. Now, hers is premeditated. Why do I say that? She had time enough to think about it. If they broke up in February and she is now coming out here talking about some covert narcissists, and some people like to play on your top and you got to make them think that they playing on your top, and she's snatching back resources and shit, honey. She thought about that shit. She thought very long about that shit. She packaged it. She thought about it. Miss Season ain't no dummy. She said, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make some money off of exposing this nigga and not looking like Briana, weak and bitter and loud and nasty and revengeful? All right, I know what I'm going to do. I know the Bible. I done read it front to back, okay? I'm going to use God in it. I'm also going to put my products at the end. I'm going to talk soft. I'm going to put a nice ass filter on my face. I'm going to sit in a well lit room. I'm going to look real posed. I'm going to put a little soft music behind it. Put extra bundles in my hair. Yeah, put on my red lipstick. And I'm going to get to talking, baby. I am going to profit off of this dude using me and reducing me to nothing but a skit. One video at a time. I'm going to make money off exposing this nigga. And ain't nobody going to know who I'm talking about, but he is. He going to know. And that's all that matters to me. I don't give a damn what his supporters think. I'm going to tell them I'm not talking about him. That's what I'm going to tell them. And they're going to believe me. Why? Because they naive. Why? Because they just don't know no better. Because they'll believe whatever I tell them, okay? All right? So that is why I call hers or should I say, I call hers premeditated. She thought about that shit. Again, Briana, she came out, hers was reactive, and it was about pain. Pain fuel. She was hurt. That's why she came out about her husband, because she was hurt. Misseasoned, calculated, prepackaged, timed that shit, okay? And aimed. God told me, God called me, all right? So, how are they the same? How are they different? One, which is Briana, she exploded. She came out here and she exploded. Mrs. Naivete, hers was executed, okay? One looked messy, the other one looks mature, but both are engaging in public exposure warfare, okay? They both was aiming to expose this nigga, okay? Now, moral accountability. Briana, she owned her anger. She said what she felt, whether right or in wrong, and she came out and told us that. She owned that shit. She said, yeah, I reacted. Sometimes I wish I wouldn't have said it, but oh fucking well. Yeah, I came out and exposed him. Yeah, I shouldn't have did that shit. Yeah, but whatever. Shit. Fuck, he shouldn't have hurt me. Now, she ain't say those words. She ain't say those words, but that's how she acted. Like, well, that's what a nigga get. Playing my face and I'm playing yours, okay? That's basically how Briana came out with it, okay? She was She exploded. She was loud with her shit, right? Hold on a second. Okay, she was loud with her shit. Yep, he came out, he snapped on me, and I snapped the fuck back. Okay, and what? And what? Okay, she came out and she said, I own that. I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. She apologized to him online several times. But he wanted her not just to apologize. He wanted her to take it all back and say none of it was true. She's like, nah, nigga, I ain't taking all that shit back. Hell no. You did what you did. Now, I apologize for bringing it out to the internet. I apologize for exposing your raunchy ass, but you did what you did. But Miss Season, on the other hand, okay, as far as moral accountability, baby, she's hiding her hand. She lying to them people. Y'all, God healed me. He delivered me. And I'm just sharing a story of deliverance and how God called me to do this, honey. I was delivered. I was spitting up things, and I reached out to his supporters and his sister, and they helped me through my healing. God healed me, and then he turned around and told me to go and expose his ass. I'm just walking in my calling, y'all. Come on. I'm healed. I'm a healed whole woman, and now I want to teach other women how to be healed and whole by exposing the bullshit that he did to me. Okay? I'm healed. God told me to do it. That's what she's doing. Where's the moral accountability? Where is the moral accountability? When is she going to come out and say, you know what, y'all? Y'all, can I talk to y'all for a moment? Can I tell y'all something? Let me tell y'all something. God is whooping my ass right now. Let me tell y'all why, y'all. I've been in church ever since I was a little girl. Now, this is Miss Naivete. This is what she should have came out here and said. I've been in church ever since I was a little girl. My parents made me read the Bible from front to back. I know all the verses, honey. I know all the players in the Bible, okay? Demoronymous, Dimitri, you know what I'm saying? Kirk Franklin and goddamn, Bishop T.D. Jakes and shit. I know all of them, okay? I read it from the front to the back. And let me tell you, because of that, I knew better. I knew better than to get involved with a married man, but I did it anyway, right? That was mistake number one. But not only did I get involved with a married man, I brung it to the public because I could have just been sneaking and geeking behind the scene and then nobody have to know when we met. Nobody had to know that we was bumping coochies, but I didn't want to be the side chick no more. I didn't want to be just in the background no more. I wanted to be out in the public. But when he brought me out to the public and we ate dinner, I wanted to throw some shade at his ex-wife and say things like, she defiled the bed. I wanted to put my 2 cents in it. I couldn't help myself. I was wrong for that. God is whooping my butt right now because I didn't know how to stay in my side chick place, okay? I was sleeping with a married man. Yes, he was married, but I wanted to come out here and tell the public that we fucking because she defiled the marriage. She defiled the bed. How do I know what the fuck he told me? Okay, he told me. I don't know, but he told me and I believed him. Why I believe him? Because I wanted to still fuck him. That's why I believed him, okay? I wanted to continue to fuck him, so I believed everything he told me. And not only did I believe him, I helped him. Why? Because I wanted to be the next one, honey. I wanted to build this man. Hell, online it said the nigga was worth $5 million. I want to see some of that $5 million. I want to see the $5 million that he said his wife walked off with. She took all his money. She stole his money, okay? And I want to help him get it back. How do I help him? Well, let me give him some of my resources. We're going to get this money back. I want this $5 million, okay? I want the $5 million that he put online that he made, okay? I want that. So how am I going to get it? I'm going to drag his wife. I'm going to drag her ass all over this motherfucking social media. God is whooping my ass because that was my decision to drag another woman, to drag her for filth, recruit people to drag her, end her, cancel her, expose her, lie on her, play in her face, play on her pain. Yeah. So God is whooping my butt because I took part into that, okay? I took part into that, right? I enjoyed that shit while I was doing it. But now, the very guy that I helped, the very guy that I was fucking around on, the very guy, the very one, this nigga dogged me. He used me. He abused me. He talked shit to me. He downplayed me. He reduced me to nothing but a skit. I got played, y'all. I did everything for this man. I put my neck out for this man. I act a straight up donkey for this man. I came out and embarrassed myself for this man. I did. I did all of that. I did that for this man, for him to give me his ass to kiss, for him to reduce me down to nothing but a skit, act like I wasn't there for him. Act like he had the best steak in the world before meeting me. Nigga, you was eating cube steak before you met me. You was eating Salisbury steak before you met me. Nigga, you was eating fucking Texas Roadhouse steak before you met me. Before you met me. I showed him a better part of life. But he went running back to cheeseburger making ass females, Jerry curl wearing ass females, bright eyes, broke ass women type females, okay? Homeless ass females. He left me for apartment living ass females. You understand what I'm saying? All because they was younger than me. All right? I'm showing this nigga the time of his life and he dissed me for a woman that's making burgers. Burgers. And over here acting like it's the best burger in the motherfucking world. Nigga, if you wanted a burger, I could have cooked you a burger, nigga. That's what she is saying now. Okay. All right. She's embarrassed, pretty much embarrassed. All right. So again, more accountability, she has none. She's doing everything she doing in the name of the Lord, okay? But she's doing it while she's still clearly hurt. Why do we know she hurt? Why do we know? Because we see it. We see it and we hear it, especially that part when she leaned in and said, "Them was my resources. I did that. I did that." No, no, no. That was me. That was me. While he out here shining and looking all good. No, that was me. That was me. That was all me. And I'm taking all that shit back. Eat your motherfucking hamburgers. Eat your fried bologna ass sandwich. Eat all that old fake ass, processed ass food, nigga. Eat it. Not on my dime and not on my resources. Okay. So, what's the same and what's the difference of the moral accountability, right? Briana showed her scars, and I'm not necessarily meaning scars like physical scars. I'm saying her pain, her hurt, her devastation of being divorced or leaving her marriage, right? Miss Season is covering it with designer baggage, okay? What I mean by that, using God name, talking soft music and all that shit. She's just trying to dress her shit up, right? Both avoided full accountability for their own role in the toxicity. What do I mean by that? When I say avoided their own role, they built this motherfucking monster. They blew his head up. They made this little Dusty from Forest City, North Carolina. They made this man feel that he was 10 feet tall. They made this man feel that he was hung low. They made this man feel that he was some type of genius, honey. They made this man feel that he was an artist, a rapper, a motivational speaker. They made this childish ass, immature, disrespectful toward women ass loser nigga feel that he was the shiznets. They boost him up. They did this. Briana did, and so did Miss Season, Miss Naivete. They made him feel like he was all that. Instead of calling a spade, they waited till after the relationship was over to say, drop it low, ain't hit no shit. She knows she should have told him that shit before. She should have told him that drop it low wasn't going no motherfucking where while they was still together, while they was still married. She danced to that shit. But she did what a wife was supposed to do. But they made Robert who he is. Robert is a narcissist. Now, I'm not saying they turned him into a narcissist, but they filled his ego. And you actually supposed to build up your man, but you got to be careful of the monster that you are creating, okay? If a man is not a good man behind closed doors, but only a man good in the public, you're not supposed to be trying to build him up behind closed doors if he ain't good to you behind closed doors. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? A lot of people do it. They come out here and act like their man is perfect, like he the best thing that walked the earth. Behind the scenes, he calling you all type of bitches and hoes and sluts and telling you how he created you and made you and you wouldn't be shit without him. Do you think I'm going to come out here and build up a nigga that's tearing me down behind closed doors? I'm either not going to talk about this nigga or I'm just going to say, honey, please, y'all just don't even know. All I'm going to say is, y'all don't even know. Think what you want to think. But no, they didn't do that. They came out here and made him feel like he was the king. They said he was the king. And guess what? That I record everything page, he should have been made that motherfucking page because this nigga keep up with everything. Miss Naivete needs to know, I hope she does, that Robert has every recording of them ever talking on the phone. She has to know that. She has to know this nigga recorded her probably while she was asleep, knocked out, honey. Probably got her farting and shitting in a seat while she sleep. You understand what I'm saying? Snoring and farting. I believe this man record everything for real. He thinks everything is content. Everything. I never understood why people brush their teeth in front of the camera. Spit out toothpaste out of their mouth in front of the camera, as if people really want to see that shit. I don't get that at all. Why do we want to see you spit toothpaste in the sink? Everything is content to him. Everything. Everything is content. When Robert realized that he can make money off of just uploading videos, that nigga said, I'm going to record everything. I guarantee you, Robert probably had more recordings in his phone than anybody in the goddamn world. Okay? He record everything. I believe everything he records. Okay? Everything. That nigga will whip out a camera on your ass in a minute. So anyway, with that being said, they both covered for him. They both covered for him until the relationship was over. All right. Now, I do believe that when, and I'm going to say both of them did it, when they were still in the relationship, Bree did come out and try to throw little subtle shades. However, she didn't come straight out, right? And if you remember, let me know. She used to come out and talk about a narcissist or say things about people mistreating you and trying to control you in a relationship, right? But she would do that and then shortly after come out and say, oh, I'm glad I'm not in that type of relationship. I'm glad my man don't do me like that. And I remember seeing a video where Briana said that she wouldn't deal with abuse. I wouldn't deal with abuse. I wouldn't put up with it and this, that, and the other, while all along she was dealing with abuse. All along she was dealing with abuse, you know? She said, check your phone. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Okay. Okay, thanks. I'll put it out. But anyway, so again, and then Miss Season tried to come out and talk about a little bit about relationships and stuff too, but they never called Robert out. Never called Robert out during it. They just waited to afterwards to say, oh my God, he's so toxic. Y'all, he's so toxic. This man is an abuser. This man is a manipulator. This man is a covert narcissist. Okay? All right. Now they want people to believe that. Now I do believe that he is. I believe everything that both of these ladies is saying he is. I believe that he is absolutely that. I believe that he is absolutely that. But it's hard for some people to believe when you done lift this man up and put him on a pedestal. And then later, after relationship is over, then you come out and tell us how he is. But do I believe that he's like that? Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. All right, now let's talk about spiritual masking, okay? Briana, okay? We see Briana going to church. We know that Briana's mom was a pastor, okay? So Briana was definitely brought up in church, and we see Briana, even after LaTruth, regularly take her and her family to church, okay? Her kids, and sometimes Jonelle go with them, and sometimes Jonelle don't. Let me know in the comments, yes or no. Have you ever seen Miss Season go to church? And why do I say that? Because after LaTruth, they both came out with God, 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 God. But only one of them is actually praising the Lord, like in real life, where the other one is just speaking of how much of a relationship she has with God and how he taps her on the shoulder and tell her that, you know, I need you to come out here and expose LaTruth and this is your calling and and I'm not saying that you have to go to church to believe in the Lord. But most people that have God on the tip of their tongue every single day, they are the churchgoers. Those are the ones that will go to church and praise the Lord. Okay? Is Miss Season or Miss Naivete, is she a churchgoer? Have you ever seen her pull out a Bible? What she does, she go over to Chat GPT and say, can you give me a scripture for this message? And Chat GPT say, Deuteronomy 5 and 9, okay? Psalm 8 and 12, all right? Chat GPT is giving her these spiritual verses. This lady ain't in her book. This lady ain't in her Bible. This lady is reading from a Chat GPT script. Period. Period. Let's just call a spade a spade. A lot of bloggers read from Chat GPT. I'm one of them. Okay. I'm one of them. Now, I don't read all the time. When I'm reading, honey, I'm reading. I make that shit up on my own, but sometimes I do take pointers, right? I outline some of my videos from Chat GPT. She's sitting there looking dead in the damn camera, reading everything Chat GPT said, okay? Chat GPT say Peter 1:5, okay? Right? Timothy, Erica, whatever. Chat GPT is giving her these verses along with her script. Okay. So the spiritual masking, some people use it as a way of to try to show people their soft side. Like, no, I'm the Lord is carrying me. I love the Lord. The Lord is helping me through this and all of this shit. Okay? Spiritual masking. Okay? Spiritual masking. I keep saying Vivica. Miss Naivete constantly brings up God in every last one of her videos. Okay? As if she's some type of spiritual guru. But have we ever seen her? Now, we might see her on Sunday. We might see her on Sunday dressing up in her Sunday best, or she might even bring out the Bible on her next video. Now, I believe that she should, instead of sitting up there reading a scripture and acting like she know it off the top of her damn head or whatever, she should have her Bible in her hand and say, let's turn to Timothy 1:10 and then read it from there. Show people that you really into the Lord and stop letting Chat GPT, what do we call him? Charles, what is it, y'all? Charles Henry, Anthony Thomas. I think that's what we said it was. Charles Henry Anthony Thomas George something, whatever we called him. But anyway, instead of letting Chat GPT bring up the scriptures for you, open that Bible up and show people, let people see, show them that you quoting straight from the Bible and not just Chat GPT. Okay? Girl, bye. Who she fooling? She ain't fooling no freaking body but herself, okay? Trying to mask everything up with God, God, God. And I actually don't like when people do that. Don't be using God for your own bitterness. No. Anyway, how is it the same and how is it different? All right. Using God talk to disguise bitterness is still a manipulation. It is called spiritual PR. And that's for anybody. That's for Briana or Miss Naivete, okay? Listen, using God to cover up bitterness is manipulation. I don't know why people do it. If you about God, be about God. There's nothing wrong with loving the Lord. I love the Lord. But you ain't gonna see me out here every day talking about some God said and God said and God said and God this and First and Timothy and Matthew and James and Charlie and all this. You're not gonna see me doing that because I'm not about to be fake to y'all. I'm not gonna act like I'm all for God on camera and I don't pick up a Bible outside of the camera. Y'all know I love church music and I listen to church music sometimes just driving down the road. I love the Lord. I have conversations with God and all that. But you ain't going to come out here and hear me quoting scripture and this, that, and the other one because I don't read the Bible outside of the internet. So why am I going to come on the internet and act like I know all the chapters of the book? I don't even know all the players in it. I don't know them people. I don't know who they are. I know I've heard of the damn. Excuse me, y'all. I ain't trying to cuss the people, honey. What are they? The apostles. I'm not trying to curse them, but I do know I have heard of James, Luke, Matthew, Peter, Paul, Samuel, Adam, and Eve. I know those chapters in Genesis and in Exodus. I've heard of those, and Deuteronomy. I've heard of quite a few. Timothy, I heard of him too, or whatever. I heard of quite a few of the chapters in the Malachi, Michael, somebody. I heard of them, Revelation. I done heard of a lot of the chapters. But if you tell me to put them in order, baby, honey, I done failed. If you say I give you $1 million and you put them in order, baby, child, I'm gonna start going by the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like Adam, Babea. I'm gonna make up some shit because I don't know. I don't know. I'm serious. Y'all think I'm playing. She said, Adam is not a chapter. He ain't. Shit, I thought he had his own. It should have been the first one. But listen, I don't know all of them, but I'm not gonna come out here and pretend that I do. I'm not gonna do that. If Miss Naivete, if she was so into the Bible the way she's trying to pretend that she is now, why wasn't she into the Bible when she was sleeping with that married ass man? You can't have it both ways, can you? Can you? You just can't. She would have been quoting scriptures instead of out here trying to drag Bree. What she did was ungodly. Okay, she was supposed to stay her little ant booty ass out of it, period. She was not supposed to get in the heat of things. If you're gonna sleep with him and be the side chick, be the silent side chick until after a little while and then pop out. You know what I mean? And act like you know that y'all, in love or whatever, Holler your best friends or whatever, But she didn't do that. She didn't do that. Okay. But why is it the same story, but different packaging? Both women experienced LaTruth. They both experienced LaTruth. One a little longer than the other. One he married because she made him look good. The other one wanted to marry him, but it would have made him look old. LaTruth think eating cheese sticks, okay, fried ass cheese sticks at a restaurant and chicken nuggets and shit. He think that makes him look younger than eating prime grade A steaks, honey. Brussels sprouts. Shit, he don't even know how to pronounce. Y'all remember at Thanksgiving, Robert asked Miss Season what was sweet potato souffle? Now, this is no hit against my niece. I love my niece. I love her. But do y'all really think that Briana made him some sweet potato souffle? Do y'all really think Briana peeled some potatoes, some sweet potatoes, and boiled them, okay? And mashed them up and threw some butter over in them, some cinnamon, some nutmeg, some allspice, little vanilla, little sugar, brown sugar. Do you really think that she did that, put it in the oven, maybe sprinkle a little pecan on top and some marshmallows? Do you think Briana ever did that? That nigga did not know what sweet potato souffle was. Now, if it was a plate of French fries or something very cheesy, he would have knew what it was because he was eating like a child, right? Like a child, like he eating now, right? Miss Jerry Curl is feeding him like a child over there. He used to that shit. And he resorted right back to it. He could not handle Miss Season. Miss Season was putting him indoors that he wasn't familiar with. That's why he was asking, like, what is this? What did right here? What did he was pointing that shit on his plate like it was foreign. He didn't know nothing about that shit, okay? Now, I don't know what they ate on Thanksgiving before. They probably ate some mashed potatoes and chicken nuggets for all we know, okay? I don't know. But he had a whole 50-something-year-old woman and he couldn't deal with it. She made him feel old. She made him feel something that he wasn't ready for. Robert ain't trying to really grow up. Robert want to be young and he want to feel young, and that's why he would rather play with bologna sandwich making ass females, okay? He would rather deal with females that don't clean up their house. Y'all know, I ain't trying to be funny, but Amoira don't clean up. Why we had a glance of the dirty house already. There's no way she should be living there rent ass free and can't even clean up. That's the least she could do is keep that 2-bedroom apartment clean. Hell, is small as hell. That's the least she can do. But she ain't even doing that. Why? How do we know that? We had a glimpse. Let me tell you something. If you got a kitchen island, if you got a kitchen island in your house and you go live and we see shit all over your kitchen island, you can't even at one moment of the day clean off the shit off your island, put shit away. Everything has a proper place. If you can't even clean the shit off of your kitchen island before going live, honey, that just means you don't clean your house. The kids' room, Momo room, right? Where her little girl sleep in, dirtier than a motherfucker, okay? Now, this live ain't about Amoira, but I'm talking about it just a little bit because this is what Robert feel comfortable with. He okay with shit like this. He okay with walking in Momo room and shit is everywhere. Okay, Momo gone. Momo's at home with her mama, and Momo room looked like a motherfucking train and ran through it. Okay, toys every fucking well. The couch you can't even see it because it's toys all over the place. The couch, the floor, everywhere. Everywhere. How do we know? Well, the little girl took us in the room and we had a glance at it. Okay. We glanced at it. Now, that's what Robert likes. Robert like a messy, unkempt when it comes to the house type of woman. Okay. And y'all know young girls don't be giving a fuck about cleaning up. Amoira is no obsession. No, no, no. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know she a part of it too. That's what she do too as a young person. Now, not all young people don't clean up. Okay, some young people do clean their shit. Okay, some young people do maintenance up their homes, but most young people they step over shit. Okay, they step around shit. They see it. They operate. Yeah, that's what I meant. I can't say the fucking word. Listen, when I can't say it, I can't say it. Okay, I know how to say it, but not when I done fucked it up 5 times already. All right, but that word right there. Okay, she the same. Okay, she ain't no God damn it, the exception. I can't say it. I can't say it. I can't say the word. I can say it, but I can't say it right now. Y'all know. And when I done fucked up a word, I can't say it. Okay, but anyway, I can say it tomorrow or whatever. But anyway, she ain't. She the same. She the same. She step over shit. Now, the fact that she living rent free, ain't paying no damn money to live there. Now, that's just what a little birdie told me. Now, allegedly, right? The fact that she ain't paying no money, the least she could do is keep it clean. If somebody is going to provide you a roof over you and your child head, the least you could do is pick up the place. Just go in the fucking room and put the toys in the proper place. You know what I mean? Just pick up the place. Clean up the island. Just do that. Show your appreciation by doing that. But Robert don't mind. Robert don't care nothing about that type of stuff. Robert likes a pretty face. Why? A pretty face makes him feel, it makes him look good. And it makes him look like he can get beautiful women. He think a beautiful woman, right? A beautiful young woman is better than life experiences. Now, I do believe that Miss Season, with her experience, right, or Miss Naivete, I do believe that she could have took him places and got him indoors and showed him finer things in life that he ain't used to. We're talking about a little Dusty from Forest City, North Carolina, okay? Right? I believe that she could have took him to the upscale places in Atlanta. Now where we see him at, he had booty trap clubs. He went right back to the booty clap clubs, honey. The booty clap clubs. That's what we see him at. He ain't nowhere upscale. Robert ain't doing nothing big. Robert club hop every fucking Saturday when he don't have his daughter. He's in the club, getting drunk, drinking at some bar. That's what he does. Chasing ass is what he does. That's what he does. That's what he does. Chase ass. This man got a woman living at home, allegedly sleeping in his bed, and he's still out at the club chasing more ass, zooming in on females. He probably telling her too, I'm out working, I'm out working, I'm out working. Okay, I stay at home with little mama while you out there working. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Anyway, all I'm saying is that's what he like. That's what he likes, okay? But anyway, both women experienced Robert. The same manipulation, the same gaslighting, the same control, the same charm. They both experienced him, okay? Same story, different package. Both were love bombed. Both were isolated. And then both of them was disrespected. Because one of them, which is Briana, came out cussing, fussing, speaking up under his clothes, exposing his bank account, okay? Revealing video recordings and shit to us, right? One of them came out like that, and the other one came out quoting scriptures, sitting silently, right? With soft music and shit, bundles and bundles and bundles, and filters and filters and filters, right? They wanted to be perceived differently. They both wanted their truth out there. But Miss Season want to be looked at as classy and as a teacher. And the audience judged them differently until they caught on to the shade. The audience looked at Briana as bitter and hurt. And they looked at Miss Season as classy and, oh, she's just speaking her truth. But the truth is, the tone does not determine the truth. You can speak very posed, soft, or you can come out here and act a plum ass fool. The message is the same. The message is the same. Okay? The same thing that Briana said is the same thing Miss Season said. Briana yelled it and spit it. Okay? Miss Season is sitting there with her legs crossed and shit, with her little lipstick on. You understand what I'm saying? One was loud and one is soft. The messages are the same. The truth is the same. Okay? Now let's talk about why people are still supporting Robert after you have two women that dealt with him behind closed doors on a personal level, and really more than two. Four. Let's go four. Miss Vivica, Miss Naivete, Briana, Sierra, and Desharia. Four women have came out and told us things. This man is not who y'all think he is. This man is not who y'all think he is. This man has multiple hats. This man is evil. This man is this man. We've heard it. We've heard it. We've heard the abuse. We've heard it, right? But why do people still protect him? Well, let's talk about it. One thing LaTruth has done, and he has done well, and we have to give him that. He has mastered public persona management. This man knows how to come online and pretend to be the best man ever. Why? How does he do that? He come out here being all charismatic, sometime well-spoken, right? He comes out here and act like he's motivating people with his motivational talk, okay? He comes out here and he shows his daughters, multiple photos of his daughters and videos of him with his daughters and shit. He speaks of, oh, I miss my mother so much and all of that, right? People fall in love with the character, not the man. You got to understand there's a lot of women out here that wish their daddy would even acknowledge their daughter. Not their daddy, but their baby father. They wish their baby father would even claim their child. They wish their baby father would even take their child to eat ice cream, to the amusement park, hell, to the movies, anywhere, hell, to his house. Some of these women have baby fathers that's not involved at all. They don't show up, okay? So they think a man that show up, even if it's just a couple of days out of the week, right? A man that show up, they think that alone is everything. They think a man that laugh, smile, and dance with his child is everything. They think that's love. Oh my God, he takes her shopping and he buys her a dress. That's love. He loves his kids. He spend money. I see it right here. You can't say he don't take care of his kids. He took her to Walmart and he bought her a $9.99 dress. He loved his daughter. That's what they think. Why? Because their baby fathers are not doing that shit to their own children. Okay? He knows how to make himself look good to the public. Okay? So these people that's out here protecting him, they defend the image that they idolize, not the actions that the women endured. They don't care about the pain, right, of these other women. They don't care nothing about that. They ain't even listening to it because they don't believe it. They see an image that they idolize. This man is a good father. He loved the Lord. How do I know? He put it on his arm. I am a God. He got God name on his arm. He gotta love the Lord. Ain't no man that don't love God gonna go get a God tattoo. He do love the Lord. They love his image. Okay, his character. All right, not the man that he really is. They overlook it. They laugh and they say, he always putting on skits. He always playing. Look at him. He always playing. Yeah, they make excuses for his behavior, his bad behavior, you know? Oh my God. Why people still protect him? Gender bias. Society still view men as leaders and women as emotional. So when the women come out and call themselves exposing the abuse, right? People say, "Oh, you're just being emotional. You're just bitter. You're just mad. You're just hurt." When men retaliate online, people call it, "Oh, he just defending his name." Hell, do that. Don't let that person get it. Don't let that woman get away with that. He's just defending his name. The double standards keep abusers protected and victims vilified. Mm-mm-mm. Why people still protect him? Well, every narcissist, every narcissist have a fan base. They call them flying monkeys. They call them flying monkeys. What do? They are there to do damage control for the narcissist. They will attack anyone who speaks against the brand. Narcissists groom people, not just their partners, but their audience too. They groom them. Every single person that defends him, he has groomed them. Okay, come out and tell them they're great bloggers. Have y'all ever heard it? One in the chat, have you ever heard him come out here? Him and his brother. You're a great blogger. Your channel is going to go far. You speak so intelligent. You speak so well. You have a gift of breaking down the truth. You are a truth teller. You see things so clearly. You're good at what you do. Your journalism skills are unmatched. You're so perfect at what you do. Your channel is the bomb. You're the best out there. One in the chat if you have ever heard Mr. LaTruth say things like that, or his brother. Anybody? Am I the only one that's heard that? Am I the only one that has heard that? I don't think nobody else heard it. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Has anybody other than myself? All right, I finally seen the one. I see the ones. They coming in late, but I see them. I see them. I see them. Okay. I know I ain't the only one heard this man talk so highly of people that he don't even give a shit about now. He don't even entertain them people no more. No more, no more, no more. He don't even entertain them no more. Okay? He don't give a damn. All right? Neither does his brother. But now they'll come out and say something now that I done said something. You know what I mean? You know how that go. So anyway, again, narcissists groom not just their partner, but their audience. All right? So that's why even when his own 17-year-old daughter distanced herself from him, it does not even raise alarm. They blamed her. Why? Because people have been conditioned to defend him at all costs, even against his daughter, even against his siblings. It don't matter. Hell, they'll defend him against his daddy. If his daddy came out and said something about him right now, they'll defend him against his daddy. They defend him against a 17-year-old child. They defended him. I mean, drug his daughter for filth in the name of him. All right. Another reason why people still protect him is, well, just for entertainment. People treat real trauma like TV reality shows, okay? They pick sides, they laugh, they gossip, and instead of connecting the dots, they forget that this man has had multiple women come out here. His ex-wife, his first baby mama, his situationship, which is Miss Naivete, okay? And even his own daughter, all saying the same thing. He's not who he's pretending to be out here. At some point, patterns speak louder than PR. I'm going to say that again. At some point, Patterns. You cannot sit here and say every woman that comes out against LaTruth and say this or say that is wrong. You cannot. At some point, the dots have to connect. The light has to come on. At some point, even the flying monkeys have to say, now wait a damn minute. Now wait a goddamn on minute. Everybody that's coming out here saying something about this man cannot be just in their feelings, cannot just be hurt, cannot. They cannot, right? Right? Patterns at some time, at some point, speak louder than any PR. All right? So, you guys, that's my commentary for today. That is, like I said, same message, same truth, same experience, just different people, different players, ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, baby mama, daughter, same experiences. Well, somewhat similar experiences. The abuse, the manipulation, the gaslighting, the mental, holding shit over your head, making you feel worthless, the emotional abuse. How many times we've heard that? The emotional abuse. And we've said on this channel that emotional abuse is worse than physical abuse. Why? Because, baby, it lingers. And if you allow a motherfucker to get in your head, they can really fuck you up. For real, for real. They can really fuck you up. If you allow them to get in your head, you will find yourself, listen, when you dealing with physical abuse, you may get a black eye, right? But maybe like a week or so, that black eye gonna heal, and people ain't even gonna know that you had it if you treat it properly, right? You put the ice on there and you may use some cream or whatever, but it goes away. Bruises heal, right? Physical bruises heal. But, baby, that narcissistic abuse lingers for a long time, and I do mean years. Some people are hurt over shit that they went through from years and years and years ago. Years ago, right? That goddamn going narcissistic abuse will have you feeling like you ain't shit. Like you ain't good enough for nobody. Let me tell you one thing that I have noticed that narcissistic abuse have done to Miss Season. And if Miss Season is listening to me, I really hope she hear what I'm about to say. Okay? She spoke of marriage. I'm not gonna say before because I didn't know her before, but she spoke of marriage while being with LaTruth, right? Now she's saying she don't want to get married no more. That, she thought that was what she wanted, but it's not something that she wants. She kind of want to be on her own and this, that, and the other. Miss Season, I wouldn't dare let this nigga strip me of my happiness. I don't give a damn what this man has done to you. Okay? Don't turn away from love. Right? Stop loving or wanting to be loved because you ran into a whole narcissist. Don't do that. Because he wins. He wins. So I hope if she takes nothing from me, she may think I'm dragging her and I really don't give a damn. But I hope she changed her mind. I hope that if that's something that she truly desires, I hope that she continues to open her heart up for it. Don't grow your heart bitter or leave your heart bitter because of a bitter, rotten ass apple. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Heal from that nigga and move on. Move on from him. Right? But don't close your heart. And this is for anybody. Don't close your heart off just because one person hurt you. I'm telling you, I have an aunt. I have an auntie that I think I mentioned this story a couple of times. Every time I talk to her or we go to dinner, the whole conversation is about a nigga that she done left over 20-something years ago. They broke up over 20 years ago, but this man is still her focus. You hear me? This man is her focus because he hurt her. I feel sorry for my aunt. And I talked to her, but for some reason, I can't get to her. And the reason why I can't get to her, because even though I could be real with y'all, like, and blunt, she's older than me. So I can't really be as blunt as I want to be with her because she's really not my aunt. I mean, she is by marriage. She's Jay's aunt. So I don't want to step on her big toe. But sometimes I want to say, Auntie, God damn, I'm sick of you talking about this nigga. When you gonna let him go? This man is remarried, got a whole nother family and everything. Why do every time we get together, you have to talk about him cheating on you and doing this to you and doing that to you? Come on. But I don't. Out of respect, I don't, right? We ain't that close, right? We talk every now and again. But I really wish I could tell her that. I really wish I could tell her, girl, you have missed valuable years of your life still thinking about a nigga that hurt you over 24 years ago. Don't be that girl. Don't be that girl that you allow a narcissist to take your joy away, that you allow a narcissist to change your mind and close your heart up to be in love. All men are not like that. So when I heard her say she used to want to be married and now she don't see that in her future, girl, boy, bye. Don't let Robert, of all people, LaTruth, a narc, don't let him steal your joy. Don't let him take away your dreams and your desires. No. You understand what I'm saying? The best way, in my opinion, to heal from a narcissist is knowing your worth. Because once you realize your worth and you realize you are better than the things that he said to you, the hurtful shit that a narcissist said to you, because a narcissist will pierce your heart if you allow them to. They will pierce your soul if you allow them to. But knowing who you are, you won't allow that, okay? Or if they have pierced it, baby, you reach down and you snatch that goddamn pen out of your soul, out of your heart. Snatch it and throw it on the ground. Don't get him that power over you no more. Now, let me tell you why I fought Miss Naivica, okay? Or Vivica or Naivete. I fought her because Miss Briana, she still has to deal with her narcissist. She still have to share or co-parent a relationship with that narcissist. She's pretty much, you know what I mean? She's pretty much stuck like Chuck and have to deal with this man until her child is grown. Now, Miss Season, you don't have to deal with him ever again in your life. Ever. Ever. She should be running in place. She should be shouting, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. She's saying he's a covert narcissist, but you ain't got to deal with him. Miss Season can change her phone number. She ain't got to deal with this man. This man can come out and shade all he wants to. She should block this joker and she won't see not shit he's saying. She don't have to deal with him at all. You think I'd be out here throwing shade at him? Fuck that nigga. Walk away. Keep your dignity. You done lost it now, but girl, you need to grab it back. You don't have to be around him. You don't have to ever see this man again. Cut your losses. Whatever resources you gave him, whatever money you gave him, call it a loss. It's gone. You ain't getting it back. If he got something he holding over your head talking about he gonna show it, let him. Don't worry about it. He gonna look goofy. Stop this foolishness. Stop it. Just stop it. Go sit on somebody's real couch in real life and cry to them. Go get you some counseling. And don't say you don't need them because you do. Because you do. All right? Now, y'all, I got to show y'all this because Miss Season is real funny. Now, Miss Season is going to make me start thinking that something is more wrong with her than I think. Miss Season posted 2 hours ago. Let's put it up on the screen. Now, this is what's going to make me think that Miss Season really needs help. Miss Season think that she is in an emotional and mental state to counsel someone. She says, if you need a one-on-one session, please send me a direct message or by using the email in my bio. Miss Season. Miss Season. Miss Vivica. Miss Naivete. This lady is in no position whatsoever to be counseling anyone, to be giving anybody any advice. You don't get played. Literally in April, she was still hollering, I will marry this man. You don't get played, discarded, embarrassed, ashamed, hurt, tossed aside, diminished in public. Come out here, start shading a man about your experience with him, and then thinks that you can counsel someone. Somebody says she mean cooking session. I don't think that she is talking about a cooking session. I don't think this lady is trying to teach somebody how to make mashed potatoes. I just don't believe that. I do not believe that she is talking about a cooking session. I believe in my heart's heart that this woman feels that she can give some type of counseling advice. Now, Miss Season, this is laughable. Literally laughable. We see you losing control over there. Literally embarrassing yourself. Do you really think someone is going to take your advice? You told people that you let Robert, you didn't say his name, but we knew who you was talking about. You let him think that he was playing on your top. You out the door wrong right there. You was never supposed to let this man even think he was playing on your top. You were supposed to make that man know that he better not even try to play on your top. You better not even think about playing on my top because you would lose me. Baby, I introduced you to grade A steak, baby. Okay? I showed you the finer things in life. You better not even think about playing on my top. But now she is offering one-on-one sessions. Woo, Jesus. Who's she going to help, y'all? Who is she going to help? What's she going to do? Read the Bible from the front to the back? Listen. I think the only thing that she would do if she held a one-on-one session, she would just talk about her experience because that's what hurt people do. She'll end up talking more about herself than listening to what the hell they got going on. How someone that's clearly still hurt. That lady ain't healed. That lady is not healed, okay? Lisa White said they better off coming to me. They better coming to you, girl. I think they better come into a few of us, okay? Several of us, most of us. Most of us, okay? The first thing that she should be teaching is self-love, loving on yourself. And it's not just a word. I hate to hear people throw that word around and then I see them do differently, right? Self-love is not just a word. It's an action. Loving yourself is an action, baby. We should be able to see if you love yourself. Making people think that they plan on your top is not self-love. It's absolutely not. Giving people more than giving them more inches than they deserve, that's not self-love. Not calling a spade, dancing around, subliminaling, shading someone. That's not self-love. That's not self-love. It's not. She, in my opinion, does not display self-love. Let me tell you one of the reasons why I say that. The way she said, I'm snatching all my resources back. To be honest with you, she should have let them resources stay right where they was. Baby, you need them more than me. I wouldn't even bother with it. But let me be honest now. I wouldn't have gave it to him. He would have had to, this man would have had to give me more than what he gave me. Not material shit. I'm talking about respect. I'm talking about valuing me. Maybe even giving me a damn title. He would have had to do more for me than for me to reach out and provide resources for him just because I'm sleeping with him. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like she moved prematurely in the beginning. Now I don't know if Robert got a good piece of thing going on or not. I tend to believe Briana when she says like bumping coochies. I really tend to believe her, y'all, because we seen the package coming down them stairs that day, and it wasn't a whole lot to be excited about. Okay. So I don't know if she demonetized or she really just thought that he was, rich or some shit. I don't know what it was, but what I will tell you is she gave too soon. She gave of herself too soon. Whether it was, material things or even her own coochie, her time. She gave it up too soon. She did not allow LaTruth to value her. He don't value her. LaTruth is not running around here acting like he lost shit. LaTruth is still unhiding videos of him and Briana. Matter of fact, y'all, somebody sent me this today. I don't even know if I can, I guess I can because, let me put this up right quick. Somebody sent this to me and said, he just unhid this. And I said, you got to be shitting me. Hold on. I said, you got to be shitting me. They said, nope, he literally just unhid this. Today. Okay, look, y'all. LaTruth wants to be still attached to this. Now, do you really think LaTruth will be, deleting and undeleting shit with Miss Season? I don't think so. I think that he'll delete that shit and keep it deleted. But this man just unhid this. Hold on. That's not what I'm trying to show you. Let me take that down. Hold on. Where is it at? Oh, right here. I got the wrong thing. Why am I not putting it on the right thing? Okay. Oh, because I got to click that. All right. So, LaTruth, he just unhid this today. Okay? Y'all see this? This is a picture of Briana. Y'all see it? Robert Hampton. That's mine. With the googly eyes, the love, the hearts, and all the kissy faces. You see that? That's mine. He literally unhid this today. Okay? Hold on. It's another photo too. Look. That's mine. He unhid this today. He did. We've been watching. We've been noticing. We've been watching. We've been paying close attention. All right. Paying close attention to what's uncovered and what's not. The one that I posted today, he unhid that one today. We get notifications. And he unhid this one today. Okay? So this man is not over there thinking about Miss Season. This man is still on his ex-wife. Now, why do I think he did that? Well, for one, because he saw Jonelle and Bree out yesterday. Now, people can believe what they want to believe, but I know for a fact that just whatever, right? Whatever. But he unhid this today. Unhid this today. Okay. So his mind is still fixated on Briana. Am I saying he want her? He could just be doing it to antagonize Janelle. He could just be antagonizing Janelle. But he said, that's mine. And he unhid it. Now, y'all know the judge told him to delete all of this. You really think that LaTruth is going to delete all the photos of him and Bree? No. Briana was the best thing that ever happened to him. Now, some people might say Miss Season is. Miss Season came out here and showed us who she wanted us to see her as. Robert seen a different side of Miss Season, okay? Robert thinks Miss Season is controlling. She gave him an ultimatum. And y'all know narcissists don't like that shit, okay? Robert, and to be honest with you, I have to agree with Robert on that one. Miss Season is controlling. We seen that. Oh, that's the video? Okay, hold on. They said play the video. Let me play this video.
That's mine right there.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Somebody done sent me the video, baby. Hold on, y'all. Oh, somebody done sent me the video, baby. Hold on. Let's see what LaTruth done said. Hold on, y'all. Oh, why it ain't? Wait a minute. Oh, the volume. Hold on.
Yeah, that's mine right there. Yeah, I own you and you own me. I will kill everybody in here about your ass. Please understand. That's mine right there. Yeah, I own you and you.
Okay. So that video was unhidden today. Now, form whatever opinion you want to form, think whatever you want to think. He unhid that today. Okay. Now, he did unhid a couple of more videos. All right. He did unhide more than that. But the judge told him to take all of this stuff down, and little by little, this dude unhides a video of him and Miss Briana. Miss Briana. So it's funny when all these people be like, oh, that man, he moved on, he don't want her, and he just this, and he glad he got old classy woman. Oh, is he? Oh, is he? He thinks Miss Season is controlling. And we seen her try to be in control of him. You remember when they were sitting at that dinner table? Y'all seen it. Y'all seen her looking all over his shoulder and shit or whatever. Y'all seen that. Y'all seen her looking over the shoulder talking about, block Kia. Block Kia. Yeah, block Kia. Block Kia. You can't tell that man who to block on his page, old girlfriend. She talking about block somebody, and girl, you never even got a title, but you want him to block somebody. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Okay? So again, Miss Season, your story is the same as Briana. But guess what she's trying to do? She's trying to come out here and rebrand it, okay? She can't rebrand the same story. We heard it. She was there when we heard the same story. But now she's trying to come out and make what Briana said, dress it up classier. Let me repeat what she said. Let me call him a narcissist, but let me call him a narcissist in another way. Hold on. Let me change this filter right here. A covert narcissist will do this and do that. And yeah, you guys got to beware of covert narcissists. She dressing it up. That's it. That's all. She can't come out here and rebrand the same story. This is the same story. This is the same ass shit. She just not coming out here and cussing with it and putting it all on the floor. She ain't out here showing receipts. Y'all know Briana was showing receipts. $84 in this little bill ass account. Look at this little nigga that made $60,000 the first year we met. Look at this nigga. This nigga ain't got shit. Look at him between his legs. He ain't got nothing down there. This nigga weak. Down low and hitting low and dropping it low ain't hitting no shit. Nigga, 15,000 on Spotify. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? This nigga ain't shit. She came out and put it on the floor. She came out and told us that Robert wasn't shit. Well, Miss Season trying to come out here and tell us he ain't got shit either by saying that was mine. My resources, I'm snatching them all back. I'm snatching my resources back. That's the same talk. Robert don't have shit. That's her way of saying, I put him in the door. You remember how Briana came out and said, I paid the bills. I gave him half of my check. I made sure he was good. And now she like, those resources, them was mine, baby. That was me. That was me. I made that happen. That was me. All me. So while y'all out here saw him looking, he's shining and shit, that was me. I took him to the steak restaurants. That was me. That joker had Brussels sprouts because of me. He had potato souffle because of me. We went to that Beyonce concert because of me. That was me. That was me. He ain't never been to this side of Atlanta. That was me. That was me. That's the same thing of saying he's a dusty, okay? He broke. She said he was down bad when I seen him. He was down bad. He was like a fragile man that had PTSD when I met him. I pulled him up by the bootstrap and I made him look good. I brushed him off and I put him in front of my resources. That was me. So anyway, raise your hand if you will be calling Miss Season for a one-on-one. Who wants Miss Season's one-on-one? She says, send me a direct email or use the email in my bio. Who emailing Miss Season for your one-on-one? Who? I don't see nobody signing up yet. I don't see nobody sitting down with a one-on-one session. It would be interesting, though. I think y'all should do it and come back and tell. I'm just kidding. Miss Season says, shit. I'm going to tell you about a narcissist that started with a name R. I got a story. I like to tell it. It's by the name named Robert LaTruth, where he hurt me. Yes, he did. And I'm out to destroy him. She said, I'm not calling anyone who isn't a clinical therapist for a 101. I just wonder, what degree did she have again? What was she, the maintenance officer or some shit? What was she, the mechanic? What was that degree? She had a degree in something. It damn sure wasn't psychology, but what was it? Then she turned around and said all her whole career was nothing in sales. Girl, what qualified Miss Season to have a one-on-one with anybody? What one-on-one you want, girl? This shit is funny to me. This shit is funny to me. Oh, rehabilitation services. What's she gonna do? Oh my God, rehabilitation services. Now she thinks she listen. She thinks she can do a one-on-one. What's she gonna tell you? She gonna help you and tell you your resume needs to be improved. No, I know you just went through a hard time, a disability and whatnot, but you need to work on your resume. Take this word out and this word out, and I think you will be just fine. Girl, what are you? Miss Season got a rehabilitation degree, then went through a damn narc relationship, right? Then said the Lord had her throwing up and gurgitating out shit or whatever. And now she wants to be a one-on-one coach. This shit get funnier and funnier. She said she gonna sell you a drink. She gonna say, let them think that they playing on your top. Yeah, just let them just sit back and let them think they playing on your top. But you be putting your ducks in a row while they playing on your top. Okay, girl, if you don't get gone. If she don't get gone, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. She works at Facebook internal. She work at Facebook internal affairs. I'm done. She work at Facebook internal affairs, baby. Listen, if you need a one-on-one, hit me up. I am here for you. I wouldn't be surprised if she's selling them damn counseling sessions for $1.99 or some shit. This shit is funny as hell. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Miss Season Child. I can't, you cannot make this up. Dakota said, and she has the audacity to say that it was a psychology degree as if we wouldn't know any better. Hey, ain't it an auto mechanic degree or some shit or whatever, painting degree? I don't know. Miss Seasoner went from making body butter to selling wigs to now she is a whole sit down on the couch one-on-one session coach. I'm done. Maybe the sessions is making body butter. Wait a minute. Hold on. Miss Season came out as an entertainment lawyer, okay? She went from an entertainment lawyer to a cook, a chef. You remember? Like a chef or some shit. She had her own cookbooks and shit. She went from a cookbook to body butter, then the wigs, from body butter to wigs, and now, now she's a relationship guru coach. Why? Because God called her. God said, Miss Navidika, or what we call her, Naivete, Miss Naivete, baby, you were called. I'm calling you. I need you to put your degree to work, and I need you to help people. Help them get through what you went through. I hope she tell them, don't ever come out and try to make a man jealous that really don't care about you, because baby, he gonna make you feel like a whole fool. I just want to know what a man with the lake child. She should. Girl, where is the man with the lake? Girl, go show us more content with the man with the lake. Okay. She was out here living her best life until she wasn't. Girl, Miss Vivica, Miss Naivete need to take her ass back to these nice ass restaurants. Hell, treat yourself. Shit. If you was eating nice restaurants with this man, you need to be eating at nice steak restaurants without this man. Girl, I would not let this man change how I live my life. You understand what I'm saying? Ooh, child, you can't make this up. Hell, I think the last time we saw her eat a good old steak dinner is with Mr. No, I think we hold on, let me see. Is this a steak dinner? She hold on. Is this after him? Let me see. No, this was with Robert because this is 30 weeks ago. So 31 weeks ago. That's a long time ago. So this had to be with Robert. Let's look at this one. Look at the food they eating. Y'all know Robert ain't eating this shit no more. Y'all know Robert eating burgers and fries and chicken nuggets and shit. Hot dogs. Oh, I can't even play the music. Look at that. Plated food. What is that? Look like some goddamn oxtails or some shit. Yeah, they had some Caribbean restaurant. Oh. And look what Robert eating. French fries. Burger. French fries. Wait a minute, is that Robert? Hold on. No, that ain't Robert. Oh, she said she out with family. Oh, okay. But y'all know Robert will eat some French fries. Y'all know that joker eat up to my health as well. I eat healthy food. Girl, Robert don't eat healthy. Robert would tell you one thing and show you something in the same live, in the same speech, in the same video. He would say health is wealth while eating a chocolate chip cookies and some potato chips and drinking an alcohol beverage. He'll say health is wealth. I care about my health, and that's why I like to maintain my health. Why he goofing down, scuffling down some chips and shit. Tell me I don't eat this often. Nigga, you eat like a kid. Like a little bitty ass kid. You hear me? Anyway, ooh, child, honey, you better go on back to them steak restaurants. I guess you better take her sons. But anyway, Miss Naivete said that she is building a home in Belize, honey. Hopefully she'll find one of them. What do you call the people from Belize? Belizeans? I don't know what they call. I'm just saying. I hope I ain't disrespect nobody, because I don't know what you call them. But hopefully she meet one of them guys that's willing to, do more for her than Robert did. You understand what I'm saying? Do more for her than Robert did, because Robert didn't do anything for Miss Season. He didn't wine and dine her. We ain't see none of that shit. He didn't do anything spectacular for her. And it's funny how they always come out and say how Jonell don't buy Briana no gifts and he don't be doing that. And they talk about it all the time, but they never talked about how LaTruth thing did shit for Miss Season, but give her a $30 cash app. That should have showed her everything she needed to know. If a man that you screwing give you a $30 cash app, how that's gonna make you feel? Man, I'm gonna say if you don't keep this shit, $30 is nothing. Don't give me now, not if you sleeping with me. Now, $30 tip, if y'all throw me a $30 tip, I'm gonna be most grateful. But a $30 cash app on my birthday to somebody that I'm screwing, I'm throwing it back in a circle and you gave me $30. If you don't, I would rather you not give me nothing. Do you hear me? I would rather you just say you forgot it was my birthday. I promise you. But to acknowledge my birthday and give me $30 and say, well, I ain't got much. I ain't got a whole lot, but I can give you $30. Baby, if you don't keep that $30, and then she turned around and gave him $800 on a goddamn GoFundMe. I swear to Jesus, that nigga would have got $30 and he would have known loud and proud what the fuck I was doing, giving him his $30 back. That GoFundMe, I would have gave him $30 fucking dollars. And the thing about it is the only reason why she gave him money anyway, because we called out that she just showed an $8,000 check from her body butter, right? We said, damn, she just made, we played in her head. That girl, ooh, child, we played in her head by saying, you just got an $8,000 check. You just showed an $8,000 check from your Etsy store and you can't even give him no money and your man out here begging and shaking the can. Why can't you help him? She thought it was a flex, honey. She threw $400 and turned around and threw another $400, $800 on a GoFundMe. And this nigga gave you $30 for your birthday. Goddamn, at least he could have gave her the amount of her age. Hell, give me $53. You hear me? Give me 53. If I turn 53, at least you can do is give me $53. To give me $30 and you screwing me? Oh, Lord. Oh, hell to the dog. Mm-mm. 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 See, she let him get away with that shit, though. She let him get away with it. Somebody said, can she report that to the judge? Absolutely, she can report it to the judge. She absolutely can, but now will she? I don't know. I don't know, but she absolutely could. I mean, hell, it is contempt. But will she? I don't know. I really don't even think that, Bree probably don't even know. The dude is blocked. She probably don't even know, He was paying her transaction fee. Lord Jesus. Lord. She said he was paying her transaction fee $30 worth of work. Ooh, baby. She said, don't give me shit, and I mean that. Girl, that's what I mean. If you got to give me $30, keep that. Because, baby, that means you need it more than me. If you can only give me $30 and you screwing me, right? I'm throwing my ass back in a circle. You bending my legs back by my ears, and you can only give me $30, and I'm going to need you to keep that. I'm going to need you to keep that, okay? She said, I thought she was at least 64. No, she just turned 53. 53. 53. She said she quotes the Bible, specifically the parts about the man being the protector and the provider. She ain't gonna do that. She ain't gonna do that. She said, Amoira, will you consider giving the real update of the court dates coming up? Yeah, I mean, I got it. I can give it to you now. Hold on. The dates are shit. Hold on. The dates are, they go back to court on January the 26th at 9 a.m. January the 26th, they're going to have a bench hearing. January 26th, same judge. And this is for child support. Child support, all right? It is for child support. So we'll find out January, child. He got a long time to pay his back pay, huh? If I was him, I'd be knocking. Well, actually, he don't have a long time. Hell, it's October. Shit, October, November, December. No, he don't have a long time. That ain't no long time if you think about it. January seemed far away, but it's really not far away. Shit, January be here before we know it. We close our eyes a couple of days and January will be here. So he got into January 26th, okay? So if I was him, I'd be trying to knock down that damn back pay. I really would. Shit, I would be trying to knock down that back pay, but hey, it's all good. But I'll keep y'all up to date. She says she has been jealous of Briana from day one. Bri was selling wigs, etc. She started selling them. Janelle was selling body butter. Then she started selling body butter. She is an envious person. Shit, I get. But you know, she said in one of her videos, right? The same one that she said, I did that. That was me. She said in that video that she noticed that when she got with him, things started happening bad in her life. Things wasn't going well. And she said she had to ask herself, like, dang, why is things going bad for me when they used to go good and things was all, going well, things was, everything was going well or whatever. And then she said, and then she noticed once she left the relationship, things start back going good. And she was like, that y'all, I'm gonna get that part. I'm gonna get that part. I have to go grab that part, but I promise you, she said it. She literally said things was going bad in her relationship. Kadila, how you say your name? Kalida. How you say your name? It's really nice. Kalia. I think that's how you say it, Kalila. Anyway, she said, I think Robert needs to stop and restart, and he pray on the week. Yes, he does pray on the week. Robert, listen, I'm not the look for Robert. I will admit that. I don't, I'm older and Robert like what's the word? Uh Pretty girls. I don't consider myself a pretty girl. I'm not a pretty girl, I feel like I'm a beautiful woman, but I'm not a pretty girl, if you know what I mean, pretty girls. Robert like pretty girls, but not only just pretty girls. Robert don't like strong women. Robert study women when he see them, okay? Robert like weak women. He does. Naive women. That's why we call her naivete. He like women that are naive, that allow him to do some of the things that he's able to do. You understand what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be his flavor for one, because I'm not that pretty girl type, right? The bright skin, good hair type female or whatever. So he wouldn't like me. But furthermore, my mind is too sharp for Robert. I asked too many questions for Robert. You understand what I'm saying? I would have been called Robert out on his bullshit. Robert like women that will allow him to play on their top. Okay. That's why he go after the young women. That's how he was able to get Briana. Briana was a young woman when she met Robert. She was only in her early 20s and she had just lost her mom. So he like vulnerable, gullible, young-minded women. Okay. But Miss Season, you can't really call her young-minded because she's not young. Miss Season is just very naive and gullible. Okay. And let me just be honest. I think that Miss Season was a little desperate. Okay. I think that, she had already been divorced twice or whatever, and she's growing older. She had hit 50 and it started messing with her. Right. And I believe that she likes younger men because it makes her feel young. You know what I'm saying? I guess she thinks people are not going to notice her neck and hand and feet aging, you know what I mean, or whatever, because you can slap a filter on everything else, right? Within camera eye, but you cannot slap no filter on. I think somebody that come out with hand filters though, I think that might be a good money maker. But anyway, but I think that she started feeling desperate, like her clock is ticking. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of women that gets up there in age, and 50 is not old. I'm 53. You understand what I'm not 53 yet, but I'll be 53 in a few more days or whatever, a few more weeks. But we're not old, to be honest with you, right? However, when it comes to being in a relationship, starting all over, trying to get to know somebody, you are a little bit behind the curveball. What do I mean by that? You're not going to be marketable for just any old body, okay? It has to be a man probably around your age, right? Or that really enjoys your company to get to know you, okay? Unless you just a club hopper hanging out in the places to meet guys, right? But as you get older, you stop going to those places. You stop going out to the clubs and the bars and stuff like that, right? So where would she meet him? That's why she jumped in his inbox, because she probably was months and months or maybe even years of being by herself because she don't frequent those places, you know? She probably would have been better going online and meeting somebody online, but then you got to be careful with that as well because you can't believe all them either, right? But I believe that she had a little desperation to it because, to be honest with you, this lady should have never been dating Robert. No classy ass woman. Seeing this man, how he move on social media and whatnot. She had no business dating him. And that's why she said she's starting to regret her decision. She said, I'm starting to regret my decision because Robert is too damn immature for any woman with any type of class. You can't even say class and Robert in the same sentence. Nothing classy and Robert in the same sentence go together. She was dead ass wrong for dating him. Dead ass wrong. They don't even match. Robert chase young women, period. That's what he likes to do, chase young women. She should have never, ever, ever been in a relationship. Issa, how you say your name, Lisa? She said, season is a pick Misha. She have to be slow as hell to date. She said she'll pick Misha. She said she has to be slow as hell to date Robert. I'm beginning to believe that she does have something off about her. Why do I say that? She may talk all soft and shit all she want to, but to even think that someone is going to sign up for her class or that she even have the skills to sit down and have a one-on-one helping somebody get through, I guess, a manipulative relationship or a toxic relationship, for her to even think that she's ready to do something like this is delusional. So I do believe that something is wrong with her. I do. Something has to be off with her. For her to even think for one moment that she has what it takes to tell somebody how to operate in a relationship. Girl, you didn't know how to operate. Girl. You up here telling people you was in a manipulation ship. How the hell a man 9 years younger than you manipulated you in a relationship? She should have saw all those signs way before. I may have let them think they was playing on my top. Girl, she said he made her look like a complete fool, then wrote her ass off as a transaction. That part, he did. He made her look like a fool, a complete fool. And now she's making herself look like a complete fool because she's shading him about it. He's supposed to be an afterthought. If they broke up in February, let's do the math. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Girl, that's 8 months ago. 8 months ago. She's not supposed to be still throwing shade at him 8 months ago. F him. Even if she had to get her number changed, I mean, hell, we do it all the time, right? If she had to go get her number changed just so he wouldn't call her or text her and say anything stupid, right? She should have done that. But I know she probably like, oh, I got a business, I'm not going to go through all of that or whatever because Joker want to play on my phone. Well, block him. She could easily block him. And if somebody else called from an unknown, block that. Block that. Block it. Keep blocking. She could have done that. She literally could have done that. You know? She said she gonna be like you, auntie. She gonna be like what? Oh, she gonna start talking about toxic relationships. But she need to tell people the right things. In my opinion, she need to tell people the right things. Don't tell people to sit around and let somebody think they plan on your top. Hell no. You know? She said, anyone dealing with him after Bree, there's something wrong with them. That boy is obsessed with her and had her watching Bree, man, ex-girlfriend. You know he's psychotic. And that's right. How in the world could a classy woman lay up in the bed with a man watching his ex-wife, new man, ex-girlfriend talk about her experience with Briana's new man? LaTruth had that shit on his big screen TV. And Miss Naivete, I have to think about it before I say it. Miss Naivete was laying on his chest, laying in the bed, watching it with him. Have you lost your mind? I would have been like, I would rather watch a porn. And I mean, it got to be a good porn. Now, I ain't watching no any. I don't like rinky deep. Anyway, let me stop. I would rather watch a good ass porn, baby, than to sit here and watch watch my now man ex-girlfriend talk about his ex-wife new man. Did I say it right? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I don't want, if I'm the girl and I'm the new woman, I don't want to hear about Briana's new boyfriend and what happened in his old relationship. I don't care nothing about that. And that's what she should have told him. I know you ain't about to watch this. I know you ain't about to put this on. Why do you care? Why do you care what she says about Jonelle? Why do you care about Jonelle? F that joker. F her. You understand me? She said, exactly. That's how you know she's slow. That's one of the reasons why you know she's slow. That's one of the reasons why. And she called him a genius. She called Robert a genius. And she called him that around the time when he was stuffing his pants with objects. Stuffing his pants with objects. And you know, he even said, somebody was like, why do you do that? He was like, it got you watching, didn't it? Dude, you stuff your pants with an object to make it look like that you have a long, you know what, or whatever. And that's cool. Joker, please. Please, please, please. Okay? Anyway, y'all. Ooh, 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 ooh. She said he discarded her, a narcissistic discard. Yep. She said RH made it clear on TikTok yesterday he has never been in a relationship since his divorce. Baby, Robert RH then made that clear several times, baby. Several times he said that. Robert has dismissed her. And he's going to continue to do it because Robert likes to poke the bear. Robert is going to continue to do whatever he can now because what happened? Miss Season let Robert know that she's bothered. And when you're dealing with a narcissist, right? When you let that narcissist know that you're bothered, that you're bothered, they're going to keep fucking with you. Narcissists have supply needs. They like to see you act out and act belligerent and emotional, and especially over them. That's why they say the things. Robert is going to continue. If you think that he's done with it, you crazy. He's going to continue to poke, pick, poke, pick, poke, pick, poke, pick. Why? Because he wants to see her reaction. Now, I mean, but to be honest, she brought it to social media. You know how they said that she brought it to social media. I mean, how Briana brought it to social media. Miss Vivica, you brought this to social media. She did. She brought this to social media. Why do I say that? Even though Robert was coming out here saying, y'all, I'm single, you know, I haven't been in a relationship since my divorce. Okay, that's what you're saying. But when she started acting like she was mad about it, I just want to know, I'm not a transaction. I am not a transaction. I was nobody transaction and stuff like that. Oh, she brought it to social media. She said, yep, that's why he did that live today. Now, see, I have not heard the live he did today. I am going to go listen to it when I get off here or whatever, because I did see something before I came live that he said something about I just got married. And I think that he did that because in the in her video, she said these narcissists will go out and get married just to piss you off. And what he do? He did a video, said, I just got married. Say congratulations. He literally said, I just got married. Say congratulations. He's mocking her. He's poking at her. He's fucking with her. That's what he's doing. But if she knew better, shy by, block him. But she ain't going to do it. And she ain't gonna do it because I think she's just as narcissistic as he is. Okay. She's not gonna do it because she has to see what he's doing. She's low-key wanting to watch him as well. Because I swear to Jesus, I would have blocked his ass. If it was me, put a 1 in the chat if you would have blocked him. If you would have blocked him. If he hurt you and you wanted to be done and really move on, would you have blocked him or continue to watch him? Think I'm gonna continue to watch somebody that hurt me? I don't care what you got going on. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. She says she definitely wants her lit back. Yep. And think that she's getting it, but she's not. She's making herself look goofy. The way she laughed at Briana first, but she ain't laughing now. One who laughed first won't laugh last. Girl, you better say that shit. She did. She laughed, mocked, and bashed Briana over her own pain. Over her own pain. That lady was losing her husband, going through a divorce. They mocked her. Cancel Bree, cancel Bree, cancel Bree, cancel Briana. Mm-hmm. And now people gonna start hollering, cancel freaking Sage. And how's she gonna feel about that? Huh? How's she gonna feel about that? But I ain't saying cancel no damn body. You wanna know why? Because if I don't build you up, I ain't gonna tear you down. Okay? If I don't build you up, I ain't gonna tear you down. So I don't give a damn about her page. It can grow. She could do well. She can make money off her content. I don't care. I ain't a hater. Make your money, girl. Do what you do. Right? But just stop faking with it. You know what I'm saying? Stop faking with it. Oh, Jesus, the Lord said, the Lord, Deuteronomy, the Lord. Girl, shut up. That's all I got to say about it. Shut up. You wasn't hollering God when you was on that Sage page, dragging people. And mind you now, the Sage page didn't just drag Briana. It drugged Briana supporters as well. That Sage page drugged me. It drugged Ashley G and her children. That Sage page drugged multiple people. It didn't just drag Briana. Her main target was Briana, but she drugged a lot of people. Called me all kind of bald-headed Nates and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. Okay? Yep, I'm a Nate. I sure am. I'm going to talk about her ass, and I'm going to make money talking about her ass and laughing at her goofy ass. Okay? But I am a Nate. She should have been a Nate. If she was a Nate, she wouldn't have got played by a little Dusty. A little old bitty ass Dusty from Forest City, North Carolina. Girl, you got played by Robert. Make that make sense, girl. You got played by Robert. A man that jumps out the bushes in fucking Spider-Man outfits. You got played by a little Dusty. Girl, bye. See, you should have been a Nate. If she was a damn Nate, she wouldn't be over there crying and whining and looking bad, looking real bad. Anyway, y'all, I done been on here long enough. I got to get out the house. The weather looks really nice outside. I want to go out there and feel the breeze, y'all. I may come back on later. I don't want to hog the internet. Okay, I do have people that reached out to me and said they want to come live and talk about this shit. Okay. And I said, hey, I will be right there. Let me know. Let me know. She said, at the big age of 53 at that. That's right, Cheryl. At the big age of 53, she accepted his toxicity. She was supposed to cut it off at the knees, baby. You don't let that shit grow. You don't let that shit walk. When you cut somebody off at the knees, they ain't walking, baby. They ain't walking, honey. Stop playing. She said it's getting cold over here in Europe. Oh, it is? Ooh, I like cold. I like cold. What part of Europe are you at, Amelia? She said, yes, come back more. Girl, I might come back, honey, because y'all been doing a girl well, real well. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all views. Thank y'all for y'all support. Let me give y'all a shout out. Who bought their Nate gear? Raise your hand if you bought that Nate gear. Oh, you in Italy? I need to come visit you. Amelia, give me an invitation so I can have a reason to get on the plane, baby. Give me an invitation. You heard me? But anyway, don't forget to get your Nate gear. If you can't get it today, please get it tomorrow, but get it before the deadline or whatever, please and thank you. I need y'all support in this one right here. And if you don't get both the combo, you can still get just the shirt or even get the mug. But I want pictures to flood my timeline of the Nate gear. Okay. All right. The link is pinned above. This is support of my channel as well. But Nate, honey, we all Nate because over here at Talk About It with Amoira, we never accept toxic energy. Okay. We set healthy boundaries. We do not accept toxic energy out of desperation or whatever the hell. All right. She said, please come when you want. Okay, girl. I got an invitation now. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. So let me give y'all a shout out right quick for these super stickers, super chats. I do appreciate y'all. I'm going to start from the bottom and go to the top. Thank you, Dwight. Ex-lover. He say he is married. Season RH is gone. Now, I am going to view the I just got married video and I'll give y'all commentary on that a little later. Okay. Thank you, Dwight ex-lover. Rita M, I wouldn't eat sweet potato souffle either. LOL. I throw down in the kitchen. She couldn't change that ninja. You said you wouldn't have ate her sweet potato souffle. Thank you, Rita M. Renee Hill says, hello, I've been in the bushes, but I love me some Brie. I believe in what's right, and this is why I follow Amoira because she tells it like it is. Keep being a truth teller, Amoira. Thank you so much, Renee. Yes, I love Brie too, and I love the way Brie is just moving on. She does not need the bad energy to, run her page or to make money, and I love that. But I'm a blogger, so I'm a drama blogger. I blog on drama stuff, and y'all listen, if you want the tea to some drama, yeah, come on over here. I'm gonna teach you while I do it though, okay? I ain't just gonna bring you the drama. It's gonna be a teaching moment as well, okay? That's how we do it over here. But yes, I'm all for the drama, honey. I love it. Yes, I love it, and I'm gonna spill all the tea, all the beans, all of it, okay? Thank y'all. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Rita Harris. Love you, Amoira. God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you too, baby. How you say your name? Scottel. This is not much, but it's from me. Girl, it is just enough. You hear me? Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate the support. Okay. I don't take my $1.99 or my $2 super chats or my 99-cent super chats for granted, baby, because they add up too. Okay. I do not take them for granted. So thank you so very much, sweetheart. I appreciate that. All right. Mama of Twins. Hey, y'all, I'm late showing some love. Thank you, Mama of Twins. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you, love. Sassy D, y'all come on with the super chats. Amoira is lethal with the truth. Thank you, Sassy D. I appreciate you, love. Thank you, thank you. Boca Mosa, damn sis, you're good. Your passion oozes through. Listen, you know what? Thank you for saying that, first of all. And yes, when I get passionate about something, baby, it's coming out. It's coming out. It's coming out. I was just telling, I think it was Tinkers yesterday. I said, when it's something that I love and I'm passionate about, I could speak about it all day, every day. But I gotta love it. I gotta love it. Like I'm supposed to be breaking another story down here soon. I ain't gonna tell y'all which one because I gotta make up my mind and figure out if I'm gonna do it or not. But I'm just like, damn, Amoira, can you really get into this? Do you really want to get into this? So that's why I have not brung it forward, and I ain't gonna tell y'all what it's about yet, but because I'm still contemplating on whether I want to do it because that's really not where my passion is at. However, it has been a request of me, so I'm just thinking about it. But if I'm passionate about it, yes, baby, I can break this shit all the way down. You hear me? And I do think that's probably why a lot of people just really don't like me talking about this because they know I'm very passionate about it. You know what I mean? So thank you for that. I appreciate your acknowledging that. Trisha, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you, love. Candy Girl said, let's support by sending a yellow super chat. Only 18 more to go to help Amoira hit her goal. We beg her to go live. The least we can do is show love and support. Let's go. Who's next? Okay. She said, Loud Talkers, hashtag Loud Talkers. Thank you, Candy. Appreciate you. And if y'all don't meet my goal on this live, honey, I'll be back. Child. Just help me meet it on the next one, okay? Thank you, though. But thank you, Binky Bing. Love you, sis. Thank you, Sonia C. Love you, sis. Popeye's Chicken. Thank you, baby. Appreciate the super sticker. Sonia C. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Barbara King. Thank you, love. Appreciate you. Thank you, Tanae. Appreciate you. And Popeye's Chicken. Thank you as well. Appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Listen, she said, I'll get my Nate gear tomorrow. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And I had several other people say that they were going to get it tomorrow. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. I already got some people that got theirs, but listen, I want all of us to get it, okay? If you can, even if it's just a mug, $20 mug, please get your Nate gear. Get your Nate gear. Get your Nate gear. We got to represent. Get your Nate gear, okay? And another reason why I want y'all to get it, because I want to do it all in bulk and send it out. And I want to send y'all a nice little letter or whatever, message from me. Okay. This is going to be a personal. This is going to be, I'm going to touch this, not just a print company, but I'm going to touch this. I'm going to put it, package it up and everything and send it to y'all. All right. So please get your Nate gear. This is for me. All right. Y'all know they've been calling me Nate for damn near almost 3 damn years. Oh, actually it has been. Well, no, not quite. It's about to come up on 3 years. They've been calling me Nate. All right. So now we done made Nate. We gonna keep Nate. Okay. We gonna keep Nate. So can you get your Nate gear? Thank you. She said, please don't do Cardi B and Nicki. No, it ain't that one they've been begging me to do. She said, tonight chat was really a good teaching lesson. Thank you. You are so welcome, Amelia, and I'm glad that you like it. Thank you so much. She said, I didn't see one person respond to that. To which one? You talking about respond to this or respond about the I'm married? We're going to talk about the I just got married message. Again, I think he's poking at Miss Season, but I got to listen to it, okay? But anyway, I love y'all. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out, and I'm going to talk to y'all later. Have a good day. I'll be back later, okay? All right, y'all. Bye.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Jay!
She kept talking about
We
that
got these
family.
hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. She kept talking
Internet
about that
gangsters.
family. She kept talking about that family. She kept talking about that family. That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family.
These motherfuckers don't be wanting to listen. Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our